want you to get on your feet. Stand up, stand up. Stand up. Come on, get loose with the heat. Right now, right now. Pick your body till you black out. So get the fuck up.
Days passes by, and most long for a place that they never find. I'm afraid I wake up when I die, and it is too late to climb any mountain. Time is of the essence, the blood running through our core. It's best to not feel sorry when it's over.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys. It is yet another day for some 5v5 1v1 duels, boyos. Hope all of you are having a good. Sorry for looking at my phone. That's not professional, dude. That's not professional. I gotta stop. Just not do that. What the fuck? I just got a message from somebody who's getting back into it. I like getting messages from you guys. I like getting messages. Twitter, Discord, all that stuff. Always open. Always welcome to it. Hit me up. I'll try to get to you whenever I can. And I try to get back to people ASAP. But how you boys all doing? Welcome back to the stream. Hope you guys are having a good one. It is 5v5 1v1 Duels Day over on the NA. Boys, hopefully NA is ready to go. Let me get... which song do I want to play, dude? You know what? Let's play this Tokyo Machine song, dude. Get up. I like that one. Let's play that again. I like this a lot. I don't know why. I liked it a lot. Yeah. I think it's just really good tunes, man. You know what I mean? That sound. Oh, that's fresh. Alrighty, NA. Hopefully all of you are getting ready, boys. I'm logging on right now. Got for me. What's up, Cody? How you doing, man? What's up, T-Rock? How you doing, man? We got also Sam. We got also Ahmed, Omar. We got a Kren the Beautiful. How you doing? We got Sam. We got us Leonardo. Punch Cake. We got us Lil Skunk Dunk. Actually, it's Punch Cake, not Punch Cake. My bad, dude. My bad. I can't read, dude. What do you mean I gotta read? Alrighty, boys. Let's go. Also, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video from today on the Covenant abilities. I think I'm gonna improve on the thing at the end with like most liked to least liked. I had fun crafting that whole bar thing, but I think I'm gonna start slotting in abilities for each Covenant to show which one I like most, which one I like least. But I like making that one, dude. And I also got, I think the rest of my characters, the rest of the classes on there are set, dude. I think the rest of them are set. Let me move the cons in here. New member, man. How are you doing? Wait, dude. How many cons? Oh yeah, it was the other day, wasn't it? Yeah. I have to move it every single time, but thanks so much, man. Appreciate you. Alrighty, boys. It should be still in BFA. Yep. It is. We're not gonna waste any time. We're gonna get into the group ASAP. I like the Kyrian back piece for Holy Priest. Oh yeah, if you're a Holy or a Paladin, you're probably gonna go Kyrian if you like that look, dude. 100%. It looks really, really good, man. Does some of your in-game name wanna have room in the B tag? Oh shit. Seavark fucking capped out on all his friendzos. You know what I mean? Seavark with 3 out of 5. Beautiful. If you guys wanna know how to join in some of the groups over on the 5v5 1v1 Duels over on NA, you know all you need to do. Press H on your keyboard or whatever hotkey you have for player versus player. PvP, pre-made group, custom PvP, find a group, top 5, enter on alliance or horde if you want a group. Or hit start a group, call something like 5v5 1v1 Duels, and then you're good to go. Is that easy? Holy shit, it is just that easy, dude. Peanut, why are you pinging me though? Is that because Seawork messaged me? Is that Peanut is pinging me? Oh shit, I was offline in Peanut. Huh. Okay. I guess I was offline in Peanut for Shadowlands earlier because I have a guy added and he was like, you wanna do stuff, you wanna do stuff, you wanna do stuff, and I was just kinda like, don't tell him I said it, but I was just thinking to myself like, man, I kinda just wanna go do some tour guests. He was like, oh, I wanna come with you, let's push. I'm like, I kinda just wanna record some video stuff. I can help you, what do you need? I'm like, I kinda just wanna go in by myself. I feel like I'm getting rushed. So I told him, I'm just gonna log offline, do some other stuff. IRL things came up. I didn't have anything IRL, dude. I just bailed. I was like, oh my god. Shit, dude. Alrighty. I need more of you boys over in the Shadowlands, dudes. Because when the PvP side of it is going to be open, I'm going to hit that guy up. But I'm going to need you boys in here, the PvP masters over here, the dueling masters, to be with me on Shadowlands when the PvP stuff opens up so we can test all the new things. Because I would love to test out the new Honor talents. I think that'd be super cool. What are the new ones? Need 2 on Horde? Alright, Seavark needs 2 more boys on the Horde NA. Bounty with a 4 out of 5. We just need a few more boys and we're good to go. What's up, Dalaran, my man? What's up, Arthur? How you doing, my dude? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. How you doing today, buddy? I'm doing pretty good, Jill. Doing pretty great, man. Great cover up? Yeah. Decent. I got an alliance group finder doing, fellas. Hell yeah, Cody. Hell yeah, my man. If you guys want to join Cody or any of the other boys, go to Premier Group, Custom PvP, Premier Group, Custom, find a group, type in 5, enter. That's all you need on Alliance or Horde, and you'll find a group opening up over on the NA servers, boyos. Sorry. I had a bit of a cough this morning. So recover from the play Oblivion yesterday, dude. That was such a good play. Oblivion's the fucking man, dude. What's up? I'm gonna join, but I'm nervous. Yo, you don't gotta be nervous, dude. Just join up and have some fun. That's all these duels are for anyway. We just join in, have some fun, have some games, make some plays. That's all we do, boys. I joined, but I'm not a holy priest. Yeah, no healers allowed, my dude. It's all about fun. Don't be nervous. I mean, you could try yourself as Shadow, but not as a healer. We have a rule. We have a couple of rules for these duels, mostly to make it more fun and entertaining. But no healers is one of the rules. Because imagine having a healer in duels, dude. How do you duel a healer? Essentially, like, the healer loses once you hit high enough dampening, right? Because he can't do enough damage. Maybe the healer wins because they can heal themselves. I guess it depends what class they're going up against. If it's like Arms Warrior, I think a Holy Priest can probably win. Just put a dot on the Arms Warrior and eventually the Arms Warrior will die, right? It's not like the Arms Warrior is going to get a lot of healing. But Siva, no problem, dude. Don't say the group with my name down. I don't see a group with a name Dal. It wouldn't have the name Dal. It would have a name, something like 5V5 1V1 Dalaran or something rather. I would just step in number 5 in there. I think that's all we need. Number 5 will be good enough. Invite, please, Lidari Meta says we're doing it on NA, boys. We're doing it on NA. It's not EU today. Sorry, boys. I mean, I guess if we can't get enough people on NA, which I don't think it would be an issue, we could do EU, but yeah. Need to? Oh, rip. Alrighty. Well, hopefully we'll get some groups, some people in the groups quick enough. See work. But yeah, if you guys want to join in, go to Premier Group. Player vs player, Premier Group, Custom PvP, type 5, enter into the search and you'll find a 5V5 1v1 group, Alliance or Horde, boys. I think Seawark needs 2 more on the Horde. Don't sign up if you're just gonna leave, please. Oh my god, dude. Bounty got a 5 out of 5? Perfect, dude. Perfect. Where is Tav? Where is Boris, man? Those guys usually here pretty quickly on. Did the stream not push notification or something? I hope it did. As soon as we get one game going, dude, it'll be so much easier to get the other ones going too. I'm doing great. You're in Mistweaver at the moment? Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude. Mistweaver's looking really good for PvP right now. I think it's like the one healer that just about every... I remember it used to be druids everywhere, but now I barely see any druids, man. I think it's just holy paladins, disc priests, and Mistweavers, isn't it? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a druid here and there, but I just don't see nearly as many of them. Only 5 rogues per team allowed? Oh my god, dude. No, let's still keep with the same, let's still keep with the same rule set. Only 2 of each class, like no more than 2 rogues, right? Don't do 3 rogues. Even if you're like struggling to find group people or whatever, I'd rather not have too many rogues, man. I'm doing a big voodoo claw doll combo. Voodoo doll claw combo, just gonna rot some people. Go for it, dude. That'd be interesting. Wait, on the Horde? Wait, is he Mage Horde now? I thought you might have went back Alliance. I guess you Mage would be Horde, right? Oh, yeah. I got 5? Perfect. 4 out of 5 print join Seawork. Oh no, Bounty! No! It's been hard. Oh yeah. I forgot. My bad. Yeah, Troll Mage, right? Because I know you said you do. I remember. You know, I have a bad memory, but I remember you said something about doing keys instead. Yo, Seawork, you just took Print Warlock into your group. Bounty now he's 4 out of 5, dude. It's not helping him at all whatsoever, dude. Gonna go back Gnome TBH? Dude, Gnome seems really good. I mean, the Volts makes Gnome work pretty well, yeah? Brent, you're killing me! I'm sure Taxi expect me to smash people. Sounds good, my dude. Sounds good, my man. Now I won't join on Fridays now. Now I won't join on Fridays. I mean, do you do, man? Oleg, do you do, man? I want to go Gnome. I'm going to go male. Zico made male Gnome look really fun as Arcane. Did you see Zico play in the 1v1 duel tournament? But look at the fat trinkets I'll link. Wait, how fat are these? Hold on. Voodoo Doll 465 with a socket? That seems really good. 2 versatilities. I feel like that's off. I think it's because probably it's scaling for me, right? And then Obsidian Claw also with a socket. Oh my god, 475 with a socket? That's a good one. Holy shit. Now you can't use both of them at the same time, right? Man, Voodoo and Claw, are they about the same damage? This does about 47,000 ints over 6 seconds and additional damage after 6 seconds, so one is just a pure dot. Oh, about 100,000, and the other is about 100. Actually, yeah, about the same damage, actually. Very, very close, man. 20-second gap. Oh, that seems really, really strong, honestly. But still huge. Yeah, I can imagine, dude. I can imagine. Although, I feel like the caster trinkets are not as good as melee trinkets, man. I think melee trinkets are insane because you can't really stop them. I mean, you can maybe hit... I guess you can stop them. You can hit evasion or parry if you are classic with that. And it is blocked by armor. But it's just like I feel like caster trinkets can just be dispelled. It's just super easy to deal with, man. Super easy. That was the best DPS right now in your opinion. Best DPS in the game overall for Fire Mage. I'd say that's probably the best, strongest DPS for like raiding scene and dungeons. Well, I don't know about dungeons, but raiding for sure. I guess it depends on what kind of metric you're talking about. If you're talking PvP, I'd say Destro Warlock. That's probably the best class of all of them. Pretty close with the Fire Mage though, Greater Pyres and all that. Rogues are really good too. Demon Hunters are really good too. But like Destro Warlock, I feel like dominates everything. Yeah, Destro if it's PvP, but if you talk about like raids, I think there's a lot of Fire Mages that are top damage in most of the fights. But most of the fights also a little bit of cleave. So if there's even a slight cleave, Fire Mage blast, dude. I know that Arms Warriors and Demon Hunters can do well too with like a lot of corruptions. Is Affliction still really good in PvP? I wish. I think Affliction is going to have its round of play in Shadowlands, but I don't really know in current version of WoW, dude. In current BFA version of WoW. 24% base first. Well, I'm really geared. Yo, how do you go about figuring out like the best stats for each class? Like I know for Mage, like for Rogue, I just test stuff, you know what I mean? Test the different gear, try different things, and it's like you can figure out what stats are the best just from playing. But it's like when it comes to other classes, I just don't have the time to invest into other tunes. Is like a website you look up? Like I know there's Wowhead for PvP guides, and there's Icy Veins, and I don't know which one is like good because I know the Outlaw one for Icy Veins is kind of good, but it's kind of whatever. I just ask people. I guess it's probably the best way to go about it. Yeah. Yeah, because I've been watching Soul do some world PvP from time to time, and watching him just like play all those classes super giga geared, and it's like it seems he just puts on highest animal gear and just does whatever. And it been making me wonder like, hey man, how the fuck does he like figure out like all the best stats? Does he not care about stats? Does he just go for item level? And that's what I've been trying to figure out, man. Gearing tunes and whatnot. I'm sad the nerf to Fire Mage, GPI nerf, no temporal. We don't get altered time to fix temporal. We do get altered time though to fix temporal. Yes, essentially. I don't know. We'll see how it works out, man. The GPI, like GPIs had to be stopped. You know what I mean? Like just casting GPIs back to back is nuts. So it's fine to have like other classes have. Imagine if like Marksman Hunters had Sniper Shot and it was their GPI with no cooldown. Like it would be nuts. But their ability has a cooldown. Most abilities that are that strong have a cooldown. Except for Warlock and their demons, but that's about it. For Mage Main lol, GPI is a good nerf, great nerf. Yeah, I feel like it's a greater nerf. It's not that bad. What's up, AJ? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. I agree with the Mage nerf. Yo, Bounty, are we still 4 out of 5, my dude? Or do we have 5 out of 5 by any measure, by any chance? Let me see if the regular crew is here, man. Bounty, Seavark. Shit. Dodge? Does he do these things? 4 out of 5 still? God damn it, dude. Bummer. Grave starting a group. Thank you. Appreciate you, my man. Heldrock. Isn't Heldrock... Doesn't he PvP? Would Heldrock want to do it? Yeah, I have him message Hellrock 1200 5s. Yeah, he was really fucking good. Mux Stuns, I don't know what Mux Stuns been up to, dude. He's been back, but Nando, Boomer Slayer, dude. What the fuck? That's hilarious. It's kind of sad we don't see Boom or nothing like that. We doing, we doing. He's a bounty right now. Okay, he's only 4 out of 5. RIP. Do you have any more boys? You guys have any more boys? Because we need just one more for Team Bounty and we can start queuing, dude. Easy. What's up, Ren? How you doing, fam? Hope you're having a good one. TR, you can have a 50% haste on Tournament Realm and 30% Versa. Jupa is like 2-second cast at that point. That seems a little nuts. But then it gets all the corruptions, right? 5 out of 5? Beautiful. Now nobody leave. Bounty 5. Here we go, boys. Let me know if I need to requeue. Mugambala first arena. Uy. Well, that's gonna be a tough one, dude. What is that angle? That was interesting. Alrighty, switch. What have we got for Team Red and Team Blue? We're still... Oh, now we got a 5-man here. Elixra gotta be on Team Blue as a Fury Warrior. We also got Execution himself, dude. Execution, dude. He is the man who created the word. Looking a little bit corrupted, but not too heavily. So 2 Fury Warriors with a big old log. We got also Psyched in the back as well as the Demon Hunter. We got Spart as a Arcane Mage coming back and Bounty as more of that assassination rogue. Oh, kind of like Umag, honestly. It fits. We got Team Red with Seavark as Arcane Mage looking very fancy. We got Fast Combo with big old Transmog. That has to be a Transmog, right? Unless you're actually running that weapon. It is an agility weapon, but I wonder if it actually works well for Fury. That could also, we also have Lay. We also have Print Warlock over here looking very... like he should be going to the beach, honestly. And we got Shocktastic as well as Elemental Shaman. Fast Combo is going to be first. I do wonder if a Fury Warrior... I know that the Insulin, like that weapon from Hive Mind. Is it Hive Mind? Actually, it might be Maut. But that weapon, I wonder if a Fury Warrior could actually legitimately use it. I know it's an agility weapon, but with how fast Fury Warrior attacks, especially during Rage, couldn't you actually get a lot of value? Lots of shatter damage and healing? Pretty sure this has to be just a Mog. But Bounty's going to be backing out. Fast Combo took quite a bit of damage already in the opener. Bounty is just going to fade into the bushes like Homer Simpson. With a Vendetta into Fast Combo is going to go for Enraged Regeneration. Try to see if we might be able to survive. Doesn't get to his Bounty. Does get to take him out with Reaping Flames to follow. Shocktastic not letting Bounty catch and reset. That is going to be a advantage for Bounty. Try to see if he can at least land like a road opener. Maybe with a Kidney Shot to follow on to Shocktastic. Looks like that's still on cooldown. It's going to be Cloaker Shot is coming out for the Rogue. Landing a Kidney Shot to Shocktastic. Going to be a knockback as Cloaker Shot is still on the Rogue. The Primal Ellie is there, attacking Bounty a little bit. Doing a little bit of damage. They actually see no name above it. Swapping out pets completely, actually. How come I don't see the names above the pets? Isn't that normal? Weird. But that's going to be a Bounty. Try to see if he can reopen a good road. That's going to be a full wall coming out for Shocktastic. He only used Shaman Wall. That's going to be the pet wall. Evasion is up for Bounty. Try to see if he might be able to do some damage to the Elemental with Lasso. Going to be super short. Blind out to Shocktastic. Try to see if he might be able to get himself Stormkeeper. That's going to be a smoke bomb setting up for Bounty. Still Stormkeeper is available for Shock. Has himself Skyfear Totem. Shortest sun ever on Bounty. Does land a Kidney Shot, but ends him with the Reaping Flames and already used all of his Lightning Zaps in the opener there. Psych is going to be up next as a Demon Hunter. Trying to think of going for a bit of an honor duel. With Shock actually trying to give him a bit of an honor duel. Shock is going to be down on Trinket. Down the wall. Earth Elemental already used. Fire Elemental should be coming back sometime soonish. Maybe? Yo, nope. Psych is going to try to see if he can engage in the open. A Lightning Lasso. is going to allow shot attacks to create a little bit of separation between the two. IBM still coming out for a sec as the knockback comes in. Big Meteor comes out, or big Metamorphosis Meteor Slam comes in. Big Destrigath with a, oh my god, Blood of the Enemy Destrigath Chaos Strike. Full damage combo onto Shock. Actually melts him quite a bit. It's going to be a trinket out of sight as he gets put into a Hex with a final hit onto Shock. This is a big Blood of the Enemy playstyle. Does he have a lot of mastery to make that build work though? Because he also, oh, Blood of the Enemy for Lei as well as an Assassination Rogue. He's not really going for the biggest damages ever. Is that a Vendetta? There is a Vendetta on Psych. He's just gonna flap in the air. Lei has evasion with a smoke bomb. Just gonna wait for Psych as he is approaching Descent. They're rolling a Maledict on him too, which is going to be very unfortunate. Kidder shot onto Psych, that's going to be down for the count, but Lei is actually just super laggy. And it looked like so was Execution there for a second. But if you're playing a Demon Hunter and you're going for the Blood of the Enemy playstyle, it's actually a build. It's like a high mastery build to increase all the chaos damage that you do. Forget about crit. Maybe stack versatility and mastery? Maybe that's what you stack? Maybe a little bit of haste? But essentially, it's a big mastery build, and you could even Blood of the Enemy Fell Barrage. Apparently, that is a combo. It's going to be a killer shot onto Execution as they try to see if you can Zerka Rage out of that sap. Lei lagging really heavily. It's going to be charged to stop for a second with a disarm. Try to see if you can get a slow onto the Rogue. Is going to send 2 Crucibles flying on the Rogue to prevent them from being able to reset with a Strongbow to follow. Going to be almost a late trinket with a Fear to stop the Rogue from running away. Killer shot onto Execution. Perfect opportunity for the Rogue to actually bail out of there. No more Vanish available. If it stays with the Warrior, it could be really bad. Safeguard trinket coming out as a bike trinket rolls in. Lei is going to use a blind onto the Warrior and a Warlock house in order to try to see if he can survive a little bit longer. Execution not letting him go anywhere at all. I think it's going to be down. Lights out for the Rogue. Does go for a Blood of the Enemy just to run away right after. Canceling that Blaze Storm just to land the Executes onto Lei, and Execution does take him out with Prim Warlock going to be going up next. Versus the Fury Warrior. Really weird pathing with a charge, but that's going to be a massive Infernal. Drop it down immediately already. That's going to be Prim Warlock with the fastest cancelable cast I've ever seen. It's going to get interrupted for a second. Try to get a gateway up and running. Could be using that gateway for later with Execution if he's not feeling all that good. That's going to be try to see if he can stun him. It looked like Execution might have been in Bladestorm for it. In Rage Regeneration coming out as a Cancelable is about to hit him. Somehow still surviving. Does go for a commanding shout in order to survive just a hair longer. It's going to be Zerka's Rage. Sprint Warlock goes for a massive port. Cancelable ready to go. Big leap on top of Print with a Stormbolt. Try to see if he might be able to get himself a little bit extra healing. Does interrupt him on fire damage. And Execution looked like he actually lagged out. Oh no. Oh, that's just unfortunate. That was that big Unforged, boys. Invis coming out for Sparta. He's trying to get up close and personal. Print tried to see if he can land a Fear onto Sparta, but that's going to be a knockout by the Mage for a second. Swapping out the pets real quickly. Has a wall for a little bit longer. Trying to see if he can land some Fears onto Sparta. With a Mortal Coil to follow. Does have the Warlock pet to swap in, or swapped in. Can go for an interrupt anytime onto Sparta at this point. It looks like Sparta is going to have to wait out until he might be able to get himself a better setup with Print. Does root the pet away. It's going to be Arcane Missiles. Does he go for an interrupt at all? Stun actually going to be happening on Sparta. He trinkets it late though. Still eats a Chaos Bolt to the face. Try to get a knockup on that Chaos Bolt. Doesn't look like he has a way to interrupt Print Warlock for a second. Just trying to see if he can poke in, do a little bit of damage with Arcane Missiles, and trying to retreat back behind the pillar if at all possible. Arcane Missiles trying not to get interrupted at all though, and is going to try to see if he can blink around that Chaos Bolt. Looked like it actually worked out for him pretty well, but I fear is going to lock him down with a Ice Block immediately against that Chaos Bolt. That's going to be a Mortal Coil with another Chaos Bolt flying. Second Chaos Bolt getting loaded up, but looks like Print actually stopped it for a second. Just decided to maybe go for a Cataclysm, because he just stopped for a second. It wasn't anything that Sparta did. He didn't interrupt him or anything. So I wonder. And Sparta's trying to see if he might be able to get himself a little bit extra health. I'm pretty sure he rolls a trait. Most mages at this point, at least in duels, roll a trait where anytime you use an insta-cast ability, you generate a little bit of health. Not percentage health, but just a set number. And Sparta again tried to see if he can kite Warlock around the pillars. Try to see if he can create himself line of sight at all times. Try to see if he might be able to blink around. Print Warlock is going to be Mortal Coil. Actually does not go for a cast bolt. It actually stops him for a second. It's going to be instant cast available for Sparta right now. Trying to get those Arcane Blasts into Print. That's going to be Arcane Missiles. Looks like a pet might not have a way to interrupt Sparta. It's going to be big cast bolt into a Shadow Fury. Does do a lot of damage, and Print does take down Sparticle. With Elixra, last one left, as Print did summon up a full Infernal. Gonna be a Fury Ward charging in, leaping at Print, gonna hit him with a Fear. Chicken coming out for the Warlock, and it's gonna be a Warlock Gateway. The Warlock might be able to survive another day. Does he have the Warlock Hellstone available? If we got Hellstone and Mortal Coil, that could be pretty good for him, man. It's gonna be swapping out to Succubus instead for Elixra. Elixra already had half his health with the Infernal alone, not even with an Immolate, just the Infernal beating up on the guy. Maybe a Conflag or two. Print Warlock is trying to see if he might be able to get himself a better angle. Does go for a Mortal Coil, which Elixir does choose to Trinket. Print going in for a big burst, trying to see if he might be able to get a Fear onto Elixir. Does get kicked on it. So perfect opportunity for him to actually get the cast off into Elixir. No! Enraged Regeneration for the Fury Warrior. Probably should have been very, very afraid of massive chaos bolts. And down goes Elixir with Print Warlock actually taking in 3 kills, man. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. Alright, boys, let's see if we have another group available. Or if we don't, we can get Bounty and Seavark in here again. Either one works, man. What's up, Jensen? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one, dude. How many am I at on NA? I know on NA I have a crazy number. Okay, so NA EU just got to 230, I think. Got a group 5 ready to go. Alright, beautiful, Sav. Beautiful, my man. Bounty with 3 out of 5. Perfect, perfect. Got 5 people added you. Dusty Druid. Wait is Dusty Druid. Wait, one you guys. Dusty Druid. Jansen, how you doing, my man? How you doing, my dude? Janderson, actually? Oh my god, how do you say name? Oh, I can't really copy a name properly. Oh shit, boys. Okay, boys, just do your very best. Can we get a hashtag Susie in chat showing appreciation for the wonderful donor, my man? Appreciate you, my dude. Thank you so much. That's 2 rubles? Is that what it is? Thank you, appreciate it. I think it is, right? Or that's something else? That's probably something else, for all I know. I don't know how much it is, but appreciate it, my man. Any amount counts. Dusty Druid. Dusty, dude. Let's see if we can find Dusty. Looking for letter D. Death dots. Delta. Oh, I'm really bad at these, dude. There's a good chance I'll miss you. Druzy, I'll try not to. Boon Sage. Ooh. Now that's the name right there. Looking for Dusty. Wait, I didn't see Dusty. Did I miss him? Grave? Hey, I'm Dusty. Never mind, wrong group. He's in my B-Tech too. I'm in Dusty's. Never mind, wrong group. Wait, you're with Dusty? Thanks so much. Yeah, Janderson. Appreciate it, my man. Yeah, okay, we got a hashtag Janderson chat, boys. Janderson. Yeah, my man. Appreciate you, my dude. Again, don't know how much that is. Appreciate you, though. I'm in Dusty. Never mind, wrong group. Wait, so you with Dusty? Yeah, boy, in Scotty's group. Scotty? Do I have Scotty added? Yo, Grave, I don't know if I have Scotty or Dusty added. Can they pass you lead and I can get you guys going? Loki said no auto duel. That's alright, dude. Replace one but same people. Yo, we get Sav and Grave. If anything, boys. If they got a 5-man team, then we're good. Grave, how many you got? You got in your group. Passed me? You passed me? Did I? Aw, shit, dude. Alright, hold on. We're gonna go from the top, right? Dracom. Okay, I'll try to go for the bottom. Dumbler. Dusty, dude. Dusty. Dude, I did this yesterday too. D-Money. I did this yesterday. I was trying to get somebody, dude. I forgot who I was trying to get. Dude, there's probably guildies in here, dude. Probably had guildies add me. I just don't go through this ever. Dusty, there you are. There you are. There you go, my dude. Added you, my man. This is one and only Outlaw, dude. Fucking Outlaw, mayo, am I right? Fucking Out XD, dude. Fucking Outlaw. Outlaw. Outkeck W, boys. Outkeck, outkeck. Yo, except Axton, you've got a bomb-ass group. Axton, did you add me recently, my dude? Yo, got a 5? Yo, let's get you versus Sav, unless you and Sav are in the same group, and then that'll be kind of awkward, but we'll try our best either way. Dusty, Druid, and Sav. 2 groups. Fuck yeah, boys. Let's go. Dude, I love the variety in the 5v5 1v1 duels. Bounty already with a group. Red, trying to get a group up and running as well. Beautiful. Axton, did Axton add me recently, or... Yo, Axton. Dalaran hashtag 1340. Add me. Unless you already added me, let me know, dude. Let me know in chat. Oh, wait, there you are. Okay, I gotcha. Beautiful, I can get you in next. Do I need to requeue? Dusty, Sav, make sure you guys are out of LFG. Okay? I'm in Graves group. Okay, yo, I'm gonna try again, dude. I'm gonna try again. Make sure you guys are out of LFG. Okay? I give you like 30 seconds. So, failed to assemblies? Yeah, I'll give you guys 30 seconds. Make sure you're out of LFG, not looking for people. We're gonna go up on Alliance NA. Hell yeah, dude. I'll send you a thing, man. Dope, dope. I gotcha. Dude, I'm so bad with names. I'm so bad with adding people. I'm terrible at it, dude. Actually awful at it. Whenever I type Outlaw and Rogan YouTube, posts 1,000 videos from you. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. There's a lot of them, dude. There's a lot of them out there. Nobody else plays Outlaw, though, dude. What the fuck? Nobody else plays Outlaw, dude. I'm the only one rapping this fucking smack, it feels like. Well, maybe there's some people that play it, you know. But it's like... It's far in between, dude. I don't think I've ever seen an Outlaw Rogan 2s queuing this season in particular, or last season, or the season before that. I feel like the one time people actually played it was season 1, when all the traits were busted, dude. Busted, man. Busted, dude. Alrighty, we got another going, boys. Switch. We got ourselves Team Red with Wait, whoa. Oh yeah, right. Axton over Azeroth. Oh, I like your mug. It's very purple and yellow. I'm not gonna lie, dude. You got the waste of time and everything. It actually kind of fits. We got us those blind weeps here as well. We got Furtive, right? Is that the name? Furtive? As yet another feral. Halo as a demon hunter and Hesh the Monkus. We also got Decapitator on Team Blue. Pretty corrupted warrior over here. Execution as well. Making a comeback. We got ourselves Machiavelli. Gonna cook us up fricadeli. We got ourselves mystery here. Mysteries is, I was gonna say what if affliction, but no, destruction. But that's a good mod. That's actually a really good heritage armor. I can't hate on it. I think it looks pretty good. And we got, wrong guy. We also got true pain. Look at the sadness in his eyes, dude. He's seen real pain. Look at those eyeballs, dude. That's the eyes of pain. We got ourselves. Who's going to be going up first? It looks like it's going to be Mysteries versus Furtive. Already dropping a bike on a poor boy. Getting run over in the field, dude, by a cat. Unfortunate. It's going to be swapping out actually to another pet mid-combat. It's going to be a little bit unfortunate, but does get at least one big Casbolt. Did Furtive actually shot a meld? That Casbolt? Is that what happened? Oh, no. Oh, no. Because then you won't be able to shout him out anything else, right? That's going to be a Skull Basher's. Mystery's actually not doing that good anymore. Actually taking so much dot damage. What is going on? He's actually having to go for a shot of Fury to Furtive. Trying to let a Cataclysm. Needs some healing right now. Furtive actually just melted the man from a distance. I'm not sure. I guess the bleeds really took hold. Maybe Furtive has a different build playstyle. Mass mastery for the biggest bleeds possible. Execution. Trying to see if he might be able to survive through all the thorns available. Does have Enraged Regeneration for him. Is trying to get some damage onto Furtive. Bash is going to force a trick out of him. Furtive looking to catch a full reset. Looks like he's going to be throwing Mally at Execution. Not going to let him get any kind of healing. That was Enraged Regeneration already used. So Furtive honestly just needs enough dot damage and enough pressure. And Execution will not be able to survive. Does throw a bike at the cat, it looked like. Unless it was a bike for Execution, and then he barely took any damage from it. Furtive going in for a big damage with a wall to follow. It does have a wall still available, just needs enough damage to take down Execution. But looks like Execution actually holding his own right here, just maintaining his health. He ate a Maledict. He is in regeneration, probably at the worst time, but still maintaining the healing that he needs. That's going to be a main to try to slow him down for a second. Furtive doesn't have too many crazy corruptions. Mostly has the Echo and Void. And that Thorns might end up execution right here as he does go down. Anytime he needs to heal, he needs to hit into those Thorns. Not a lot you can really do about it. And True Pain is going to get the opener onto Furtive. Playing the Feral as well. Let's try to get himself a big old bite. It's going to be cat versus cat fight. That's going to reopen her onto Furtive as True Pain walls Thorns as well pops Incarnation. So for Furtive, it's actually just an opportunity for him to just run. Does get hit with the Malix. It's going to be a little bit harder for him to get any kind of CC set or any kind of survivability set up here. Does get a big old bite on True Pain with the root to try to get him out of cat form. Does hit him with a bike bash to follow. It's going to be a trick out of True Pain with yet a second wall. Furtive still holding on to one wall so far in bear form, just trying to bear the damage as True Pain's wall does run out. Thorns are up for Furtive as he just continues the offensive pressure. It's going to be a bash to Furtive. True Pain trying to get some damage, doesn't really want to get hit by Thorns too much, so he's not really committing super heavily. And Furtive so far looks like he has a massive advantage here in the duel as True Pain is out of walls, out of defensive, unless he can get a Thorns up and running. Does not get a Thorns before this opener, and Furtive is able to get the full setup. Is going to back up in case there's Thorns available from True Pain. And that's going to be the shortest stun by True onto a root for Furtive. Trying to go for a war stump as a torrent. Didn't really pan out. It looks like he's just going to have to go for a lot of self-heals. Interrupt coming out by Furtive. Leaps in. Big old bite. Like a guillotine slamming on the dude's head. And Decapitator is going to be up next as an arms warrior. Very interesting choice, boys. A very interesting choice. For Furtive, I don't think this is going to be a difficult play here, honestly. And I'm sorry with a lot of corruption. I mean, eventually you could just get enough damage. What I think for Beyond is going to be coming to Decapitator. He does go for a big blood of the enemy playstyle here. He is going to go for huge damage. I'm expecting a lot out of this man. Parry up while Reflect shooting. Is it not available? Reflect. I think Reflect was available for a second. Is that what the shield above him is? Or maybe that's the... Oh no, I think for Beyond already coming at the guy. No! Can you outrun it, man? Oh no! Oh! I don't know if he outran it. I think Furtive actually might have been able to stun him, and the thing from Beyond did connect the last second. Super hard to tell. Actually impossible. Stun onto Furtive right now as Machiavelli trying to see if he can make a play, dude. He is the last man left on Team Blue, trying to make a little bit of a play. Furtive dropping down a Crucible over at Machiavelli, wall for the Feral, and Machiavelli actually has nothing to really deal with this. Does go for Warlock Household. That's going to be Thorns available for Furtive as well. With evasion to follow, get a shot onto Furtive. Try to see if he might be able to survive this a little bit longer. Does go for a vanish right after. And Machiavelli, I mean, he's still bleeding out, dude. Right? No? Look, yep. I think that was the fastest duel ever. 4 minutes, 27 seconds. I think this man, this Feral Druid, just broke the record yet again. I think that was a record-breaking duel. Like, the time, he speedran that one. I think that was a speed run. Oh my god. That was a speed run. I think that was actually fastest. Because I think the other one that we had for a fastest duel was before 5 minutes. This man cut it by 30 seconds before 5. I think that was world first. For world first fastest duel. That was really quick. Again, last guy. Right before the 5 minute mark happened, or right after the 5 minute mark, we were like, okay, that's pretty quick. This man had 30 whole seconds. We had 30 seconds before dampening him arrived. Dude, this game been shredded, dude. Is this a little far? Honestly, dude, I don't know. I think we might need to get Grave in here, or Dusty with Grave in here, yeah? Alright, boys, let's get another one going. Grave, are you lead or are you with Dusty? I'm gonna guess you lead. So we're gonna try doing Grave versus 5 still. Yeah. Is Grave and Dusty different group? I don't know if they are or not. Let's get Seavark back in. Let's try Grave and Seavark unless Grave is part of Dusty's group. But we'll know for sure in a bit. Actually, no. Grave went up against Sav, didn't he? Yeah, wait. Okay, Ren, Bounty, anybody? You guys get groups? What's up, Quinn? How you doing, my man? No, Dusty went against Sav just now. That's what it must. Okay, never mind. I don't remember. I literally don't remember who played who. I haven't gone yet. Okay, Grave. Unless I'm messing up your name hard. Okay, now we're good. Bounty with a 5 out of 5. We'll throw Bounty against Dusty, I guess. Oh, that's gonna be rough, dude. That's gonna be rough. That's his team, dude. That's just one feral. You haven't seen the other groups. Me and Grave different groups? Alright, perfect, perfect. Yeah, I didn't know. Okay, I saved that one. Perfect. That was quick. Oh my god. LFR is actually harder than this because, yeah, we'll find brain dead people than normal. I mean, without being toxic, you're not wrong. Without being toxic, hey. What can I say? Alright, who do we got? Switch. We got ourselves Team Red with Brandon coming in as a feral druid. We got ourselves Nuts here as well. You think this guy is going to be passive? You think he's going to be chill? Relaxed? There's no way he could be nuts, right? Models in here as a Demon Hunter as well. We got ourselves Murky's Fangirl and Peachy. How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Where's Team Seavark? I think Seavark is still more than Arcane. Could be wrong. We got ourselves Lay. Looks like he's going to be trying to see if he can make the lay of the land first. Exploring. We got Live Journey in here looking very fancy. Brent Warlock still rocking that full skinny dipping outfit. We got Shocktastic here as well. Seavark though. And then Life Trainer looking very fancy today. Gonna be late. Trying to see if he can shot us up to Nuts. Nuts is actually just gonna Trinket out of a stun. With the stun back into Lay. Looks like he's going to eat it. Trinket's laid the with an evasion. And Nuz just needs to get enough time in order to kite Lay around. Does get technical proc, and Lay needs to eliminate it immediately as Maladek is rolling onto the rogue. Going to have some healing reduced for a bit. But he's lagging so hard, it is so difficult to tell where the hell he's actually at. Throwing a Mally back at Nuts with advantage, got road to follow. It's going to be freezing trap for Lay. In case he walks in, does walk into it. What is that animation? It looks kind of cool. That was a kidney shot, it looked like. So landing the kidney shot with a bit of a slide into it. And is going to catch himself a full reset. Nuts, unless he can flare him out. Does not get to flare him out. Very unfortunate. But the Hunter definitely has advantage here so far. Definitely has a direct advantage in this duel for the time being. Lay's gonna have to wait here and probably drink sippy cups all day. Actually coming in with a Mark for Death already. That's gonna be a survival hunter going in for that camera. Alright, now we're in a stealthy duel, boys. Now we're in a proper stealthy duel at this point. That's gonna be Tar Trap getting tripped. And Nuts is not aware about it, so Lay does get to catch a resell. Oh my goodness, Nuts is just so focused on things in front of him. He didn't see the trap behind him getting tripped. And I just look at the trap, he's like, someone was here. Somebody walked over my trap. I wonder who could be. It looks like by the time that they actually are both out of stealth and try to pick up eyes, Lay did catch up all that hell, dude. So that's about a minute that passed with double sippy cup. It's quite a lot of healing. Picking up the eye, should be able to see Nuts, and Nuts is he aware. He's actually walking towards the eye. He actually does not see Lay. Lay still has the element of surprise, does land the stun, but walks into a freezing trap right after. Very, very unfortunate. I wonder what made him walk so forward into a freezing trap. There's going to be some freebie nades for Nuts to follow and more dot damage onto Lay, getting the crows up and running and everything. As Cloak of Shadows coming out for Lay with kill commands following for the rogue as well. Blood of the enemy, and Nuts just goes to turtle it. I mean, that is the blood of the enemy. I mean, unless he pops a full Vendetta. He did pop a Vendetta on him. So I guess it's fine. It's just a 3-minute cooldown, though. It's a pretty massive cooldown for a Hunter. I mean, it's going to be a little rough, is what I'm saying. There's going to be a bunch of kill commands for Nuts. Got the pet on Lace. He's going to walk by and get the Warlock Hellstone. I don't know if he's going to be able to get a cooldown on that Warlock Hellstone at all. Trading Maledicts as the Rogue is looking to get a reopener onto Nuts the Hunter, dropping a freezing trap behind him. The Rogue is going to run into it. Is going to trinket. Next stun could actually put him in a bad spot as the pet is behind the Rogue. The Rogue cannot dodge that stun if the pet is behind him, even though evasion is up and running. Unless he did already get to dodge it. Evasion is down now for a second. Nuts, if you have a stun, this would be the perfect opportunity. Does throw down a tar trap. Continue to kite Lay as much as possible. I think he's just trying to deny as much damage from the Rogue as best as he can. Does get crows onto Lay, and that's going to be down for the count is a 3-minute mark. Head Seavark trying to see if he might be able to push up to Nuts. Does disengage. Almost clipped by the orb, but it looks like the pet only got clipped by the Hunter. Stun onto Seavark in the opener. Perfect opportunity for him to poke around behind the pillar and get some dots rolling onto Seavark. It's going to be Arcane Missiles hitting the pet as Seavark decided to focus down on the pet completely. forcing us to actually pull the pet back by a hair, actually eliminating the pet out of the game completely. And that's trying to see if he can reposition to another position. He doesn't have a stun, has a freezing trap that's just out in the open, trying to feign deadly damage from Seawork, but actually can't do much about it. Seawork just completely melted this man right now with the missiles. As long as Nostradamus is trying to go for a big pet interrupt or pet summon, he was in a bad spot, trying to get some damage back to Seawork, but those missiles, man. Not a lot you can really do. I think Nuts is done, man. As soon as the pet went down, there goes his utility, his stuns, and his defensive. Does continue to get himself just a little bit of heals here and there. Might be able to get a freezing trap on the Seawork, throwing a trap randomly. Seawork is going for longer distances, but no, going for them longer. Really long, really curvy, really wide turns around the pillar. Not really trying to stay next to the pillar. Making it harder for Nuts to be able to throw down a freezing trap and have it connect. Next up is actually going to be Peachy. Trying to see if he can swing around left side. See where it does bowl down the middle. Peach is still landing the opener. Feral versus Arcane Mage. Now this is I feel like a matchup where a Feral is supposed to normally win. But that's going to be maybe where Arcane Mage could really pop off. Lots of burst damage and mobility versus Peachy. Has also ability to steal all the hots for Peachy as well. Did throw down a Voodoo Rod trinket on him. That's quite a bit of rotten damage onto Peachy. Also, Seawork has the mobility to deal without a Feral. By coming out onto Seawork, has no really answer for it. Trying not to get interrupted onto Arcane, though. And it's going to get missiles rolling into Peachy as a new pre-wall when headed behind the pillar. One more wall available for Peachy still. Did use Renewal already. So the bleeds are starting to set in with Seawork as we hit in the 5-minute mark. 2% dampening. Blinking next to Peachy. They'll shrink it out of the stun immediately. He's going to get a knock up of Peachy for a second. Try to see if he can blink around with Arcane missiles. Does get, I think, almost interrupted on who he got charged to. Invis coming out for Seawork as a defensive for 60% damage reduction. Try to send the missiles over at Peachy. I don't know if he used the claw yet or not. If he still has the claw, he might be able to make some plays here. That's quite a bit of damage. As Seawork's health is really starting not to look all that good. Yeah, the procs from the bleeds from Peachy, the Azeroth procs as well as the bleeds are really starting to set in. Bastard to Seawork does go for an ice block. That's going to leave him clean from all the dots. And needs to find a way to avoid Peachy resetting all those dots on him in the first place. Is going to get another Tempest. So if that's going to put a dot onto Peachy, not going to let him catch a reset. It looks like Seawork actually looking to get aggressive and push it onto Peachy, trying to get some damage in. Going for as many instant casts as possible. Peachy looking like they're going to catch a reset. Does go for a shot and meld reopener onto Seawork. Setting in the big bleeds and looking just to kite and run away. Seawork is going to get an interrupt onto Peachy. Trying to get offensive for the Feral Druid. Temporal coming out for Seawork to deal with some of this Feral damage. Is going to try to stay on Seawork as best as possible. Using roots offensively in order to keep Seawork from moving around all the time. He can blink, but he will not be able to just continue running and getting all that extra moon speed constantly. Peachy does pop cloak, and that's also going to be wall available, but uses that wall to go behind the pillar immediately, trying to land a regrowth. And Seawork again, still trying to stay as aggressive as he can, harassing Peachy with those blinks and the back blinks, which are sadly going to be going away in Shadowlands, the back blinks, and Shimmers too. Well, Shimmer's going to only have one charge, but essentially dead in water. Displacement, I think, is the word for the actual back blink. Seawork's going to blink towards Peachy. That's going to be a tentacle attacking him for a second. Another wall available for Peachy as he's looking to end the duel right here. Temporal off for Seawork as he's trying to see if he can survive. Peachy feeling like they're out of juice for a moment, and Seawork does cancel their own missiles for a moment there. Needs to find a way to get some heals off of Peachy. Steal all those hots if possible at all. I'll get my music up and running. Trinket for Seawork as the Feral is still just hanging behind the pillar. Arcane missiles actually started to tread. Maybe by this point, Seawork might have some cooldowns coming back soon. Does go for an invis. Peachy has no idea which direction he's going to come from. Is going to get behind the Feral for a second. Regrowth does get interrupted. This is where Peachy wants to go very offensive. That's going to be root for a second. Does he have a knock-up to follow? Could still continue kiting Peachy as best as possible. Peachy's out in the open. Not a lot of places he can really go right now. It's going to be lots of Arcane missiles. Safeguard Trinket does come in, but the Arcane missiles are kind of shredding through it fairly quickly. As Seawork just continue to harass Peachy as best as possible. Eventually, the Feral is not really going to have a lot that he could really do. Does get himself a regrowth. Barely a lot of healing available. Still getting procs from the Arcane Mage. I think he might just die to procs. Renewal comes in at the very last second. Does catch a restone almost with a root for Seawork to follow. As Peachy tried to see if he could send in Reaper Flames onto Peachy. It is going to get himself rejuvenation rolling with a regrowth to follow right after. Seawork still feeling very, very confident. Peachy's health is super low. Does not get the Arcane missiles to chase Peachy back. But this is more focusing on keeping Nether Tempest on Peachy. There we go. Refresh Nether Tempest. For Peachy, this is a really dire situation. He needs to get himself some heals. Seavark has displacement. Invis available, so you can't really do much about it. Bash on the Seavark, but the Nether Tempest do proc to Peachy. The bear from extra health kept him alive for a little bit longer. But what can you do? Instant polymorph onto Murky Fangirl as soon as Seavark sees him coming out of the gates. He's going to hit him with a Voodoo Totem a doll for huge amounts of damage. Karma onto Seavark. Has no ice block available for this. He's going to have to eat a touch of death as well as Karma, trying to avoid Murky as best possible. No invis available to deal with this touch of death. Takes a whole whopping amount of damage and still alive though. Trying to go for as many insta-casts as he possibly can. Murky looking to get up close and personal with Seavark. It's going to be a lot of blinks available. In-cap and leg sweep could be the end to Seavark. Does have a trinket coming up very, very soon. And try to keep Murky Fangirl away from him as best as possible. That was a lot of bursts, by the way. That was an incredible amount of bursts. How you doing, Senex? Hope you're having a good one, man. Was Harp on CD? Harp is a 20-second CD, so I don't know if it was or wasn't. Maybe it was. Karma wall is interesting. Well, I'm pretty sure he walled for Touch of Death, because if Touch of Death works off of your own base health pool, but also the damage you put in while Touch of Death is up. So I think that's why he walled. But then the Karma maybe thought, well, Seavark has no ice block, no trinket, no nothing. He's not going to live this long enough at all. And Seavark tried to get some food, forcing Murky out in the open. Does land the in-cap onto the mage. Has a trinket if needed. Not going to be a leg sweep just yet. And Murky's back out in the open with Seavark blinking around him. No Karma available. Could be going down here. That's going to be Safeguard trinket. Arcane missiles flying. And I think he does go down. Does take him out. And now it's going to be either Modals or Brandon. I think Seavark just went for a Nova just now. That's going to be an interrupt onto that IB. Modal's taking quite a bit of damage. Does activate? No. That's going to be a Honor Talent passive blur available for him. Temporal up for Seavark as he gets rid of his shield. It is going to be able to dodge away from those fell barrages, man. Fell lances from above. Models is to get a kind of line up onto Seavark, lock him down. It's going to be polymorph onto Models. As Seavark try to see if he can get some food. I think he gets 1 tick of food. 2 tick of food maybe. I don't even know. It was really, really low. But he's starting to recover a little bit of health. Models getting the stone to Seavark. It's going to be I-Beam. Ice blocks it. That's a pretty big defensive. That's a huge defensive. Maybe he's trying not to give the Demon Hunter any possibility to do any damage to Seavark. He's going to go for a full meta with a stun. Does get that full other I-Beam rolling onto Seavark. And there goes the Kai's. Darkness coming down from Models. Just standing there as best as possible. Try to go for a Shadow Mill for a moment. It's going to be Arcane Missiles. Needs to make sure he lands that interrupt onto Seavark if he wants to in this duel. Trinket out of that Nova. And Seavark does go for a Temporal. More blinks away from Models. DR stun him fully. Invis available for Seavark if he needs to. Might be able to use it here. Trying to continue doing some damage to Models. He could fly up in the air. Does a blur. Should activate blur if possible. Does activate blur in the last second. The Arcane Missile is still shredding him. Does get the full I-Beam. But no! The bowling ball of death. The Arcane Orb rolls right through the man. Does pop an invis for a second. As Brandon trying to see if he might be able to find Seavark. Does Brandon realize that Seavark is back in the room? Nope. He looked for him. Does he see him? He sees him. He's up there. He's walking. He's leaping. He's stunning. He's biting. He's thrashing. He's ripping. He's biting. And Seavark having to go for a big invis right now. It's going to be a 60% damage reduction from his dots for a little bit. That's going to be quite rough. Brandon, do you pop in the biggest dots possible? I don't think he popped a wall, so I don't think those dots will be the strongest. But that's going to be Seavark. Still trying to stay aggressive. Just got to make sure the Feral does not get a clean reset ever. If the Feral's looking for a reset, Nether Tempest. Put that thing to harass him. Make sure the Feral doesn't get an easy way out of there. It's going to be Arcane Missiles as the leap comes in from the Feral. Does still have Skull Bash if he needs to. 12 minutes into this duel. 45% dampening though. And that's going to be Arcane Missiles chasing Brandon as he's trying to regrow through them. Bowling Ball of Death rolls in through one side as Seavark tries to cut him off on the other. But Brandon is steady. He needs some big bleeds. And he could win this game just by rotting Seavark down. Seavark actually going to use Displacement to blink back and forth around Brandon. Try to see if he might be able to get him out in the open. Viz coming out for Seavark for a second. With Arcane Missiles onto Brandon. Double Arcane Missile channel to follow. Brandon not really looking all that good. Has not walled anything yet. That might be really, really bad for him as Arcane Power comes out for Seavark. Trinkets out of this. Brandon still not a wall available, and down he goes. I think Seavark actually might have went for a 1v4 or 1v5. Let's check. A big old 1v5 by the Arcane Mage going through him. Ferals going through everybody, dude. Everybody. Clean play. Clean play, boys. That was actually really good. I like that a lot. Yeah, I think it's been a while since I've seen an Arcane Mage 1v5, yeah? It was really, really good. It's been, I think it's more, I think I can't say if it's more exciting than Obliv's Fire Mage play, because he played that really well. But like, oh my god. Once you don't have greater pyros and you really gotta use your basic abilities, it's pretty interesting, man. We got 5, kind of a cheese group. Yo, Dusty, I'll let you run the cheese group just once. I don't know how cheese you're talking. Hopefully there's no healers or tanks. If there is some, they better impress me. I don't know if there is healers or tanks, but if there is some, they better get a one-shot or something. They better have some crazy damage, dude. Alright, Bounty, let me know when you're ready. If you guys want to make a group, by the way, you can always go to Premium Group, Custom PvP. Find a group and 5 entry if you guys want to see. 5v5 1v1 DUELS. Free wins. There it is. Or go start a group and call it something like 5v5 1v1 DUELS. We had 3 Demon Hunters and 2 Ferals. Just changed it. Okay, yeah, we have. No more than 2 of like one class. Unless you have Boomkins, right? Ferals and Boomies, you can have 2 Ferals and 2 Boomkins if you want them. This is Tony, would like to get a match with those groups. Yes, Tony, more looking to make a group or join one that's up tab. Looking for more people, man. Bounty is ready, and so is Dusty. Dusty, Druid, and Bounty. 5, here we go. Get LS Shaman. We actually had LS Shaman in the first game, man. But I'd like to get Tickle in here too. That'd be pretty dope, dude. That'd be pretty dope. Is it Voodoo Doll, man? Yeah, you think so? It does like 60%. Oh my god. Obsidian Claw did quite a lot, but where's that Voodoo Doll? There it is. It's not bad. Maybe it does a lot more, but it doesn't show properly. Because I know in details it doesn't show properly at all, dude. But it probably does a lot of bursts, right? It probably doesn't do a lot of damage overall, but the damage it does like 6% of someone's health. Sheesh. It melts. Tell me in PvP, Pharaoh, Rogue, or Monk, what is the strongest? In PvP? Probably a Rogue. I think Assassin Edition Rogue is the strongest spec of all of them. Probably. Was it clone for like 75k? Jeez. Yeah, if you get yourself like a nice setup with like some cooldowns at the end, some damage, arcane power, I'm pretty sure it scales with like buffs, doesn't it? The trick, I'm pretty sure the trick is scale with your own personal buffs. I know that Destrigath and Bike do, because when I plunder armor and tricks, that shit does more damage on my rogue. So I would think the other ones do too, right? Switch. What do you got? We got ourselves Axton in here as a Pharaoh. We got ourselves Blind Weeps, Furtive. Hail Loa! And we also got Zen in the back as Worgen with a heritage armor. There it is. Axton gonna be going up first versus Execution Anti-Blue. Trying to see if he can load him up with burst. That's gonna be him playing as that Fury Warrior popped in. The Reflect for a second, was able to deal with some of those thorns, but right now is still taking quite a bit of thorns damage. Big bike onto Axton right now. Execution having to go for a big enrage regeneration, is going to get locked down with the root for a second. Does get the charge heal off of Axton. Does he get the heal? I don't know if he actually got the heal. I know he got the charge off. I don't know if he got the heal though. He's going to have to go for a Crucible of Self-Heal while he's got it. Axton recovering quite a bit of health with a renewal. Anti-Blue, we also have Bounty, we also have Elixir, we have Sparticle, and Zunix. With Execution versus Axton first up. Execution trying to see if he might be able to get quite a bit of damage to Axton, though the Feral just maintaining bleeds and kind of prancing around Execution. Stormbolt coming up. Perfect opportunity for the Fury Warrior to actually make a big play. Dropping Axton down to about half-ish health. No wall out of this Feral. Trinkets out of that maim, though. That's going to be Thorns and a wall available. Execution could go for a Reflect with a Rampage. That could do quite a bit of damage right now if he has it. Actually, I think he got a Rampage off while Reflect was up. Needs a lot of self-healing, though. Big bites coming out. That's going to be Reaping Flames to end him. That Thorns is actually quite tough. Did he have a Fear? Maybe he used the Fear a little bit early. But if you had a Fear for that one, that would have been perfect. Bounty is going to be up next. Playing more of that Assassination. Getting the bleeds up and running into Axton with a Vendetta. Bashing the Bounty, he does shrink it out of it, and Axton choosing to sit in bear form for a little longer as Evasion rolls out for Bounty. Axton is going to try to see if he can wall it. Does get himself with Swiftman rolling and some of the Hots. Let's try to see if he can go into cat form, maybe build some calm points here and there. Bounty is in such a good position for the damage, though. Still Vendetta rolling into Axton. However, Axton still rolling that Trinket if he needs to. Does Trinket as the Destrigath comes out. Big bite into Bounty, and now he's back in barrel form with Thorns to follow. Bounty has a Cloak of Shadows with us if he wants to use it. Axton actually feeling like he wants to get close and personal with Bounty right now. Does get hit with a Garrote. Cloak of Shadows coming out maybe a little bit late, though. And Bounty getting bled up. Super unfortunate. It's going to be Sparticle up next as an Arcane Mage versus Axton. Axton doesn't really get a proper restealth here. That's going to be still a pretty big maim onto Spart. Gives him an opportunity to get a lot of damage out into Sparticle. Temporal up for the Mage. Should be able to recover quite a bit of heals here. And Axon looking to get a Skull Bash onto Spart. If he lands a Skull Bash, locks Spart out, it's been an Arcane Mage. Invis coming out for Spart for a second as Axon got himself cooldowns rolling. Just trying to see if he might be able to cycle through Invises just to get away from the Feral. Axon seems to be taking barely any damage from the Arcane damage Spart's got going on though, which is very, very unfortunate. Trinket coming out for Spart with a maim to follow onto Axon. Arcane missiles right after and does get himself a shield rolling to him. And Axon again barely taking damage from Sparticle, but then Spart hasn't really got to go for a full setup with big bursts and big Arcane missiles so far. Spart looking like he's actually gonna back up into the eye, try to get himself some food and mana. Seeing Axon coming out, not gonna let the Feral get the opener, but Axon not using kick at all. Prevents Spart from really being able to get most of his damage out. Trying to get an Arcane Blast around onto Axon. Doing quite a bit of damage actually with those two Arcane Blasts back to back. Got himself Arcane Power even for just a moment. Wall coming out for the Feral. And that's going to be Arcane Missiles actually getting some value. I think that was a Skull Bash for Axon, but misses into a Bash of the Sparticle. Perfect opportunity for him to go for a Temporal. Maledict is going to prevent a lot of the healing though. Gladiator's Breach for Sparticle as he's trying to get himself into another Invis, and that's going to be it, man. Does reopen up onto Axon though. This is very much a chase, dude. It's very much a cat and mouse chase. It's Particle trying to see if he can avoid Axon. Axon is actually getting used to the what is it called? I want to call it disorient, but it's displacement. The back blink, the backwards blink. He's getting used to it. He's turning around as soon as he sees Spart running in the other direction. He's ready for it, man. Because by the time we move with Spart, we see him blink. Axon is already on his way, dude. He's already ready to start moving. He knows there's displacement ready. If Spart wants to use it, Spart getting too far away, no need to worry about it. So he's just going to start keeping trucking. He's just staying as offensive as possible, just barely taking any damage, honestly. Did use the walls, though, so he's using cooldowns regular to stay this tanky. Spart trying to finally get some damage in. It's going to be Arcane Blast. Safeguard Trinket proc for Spart. Not looking all that good right now as he's held the super low. Trying to get some damage back to Axon. Looks like he actually might be able to get quite a bit of damage up. Knocking the Feral up for a second. Axon does go for a Warlock Hellstone here. And that's going to be even more HOTS available. Does he pop HOTS and remove him? But looks like Spart might be going down here. No Eisbach available. Has cooldowns rolling though. Trying to get as many instant casts as possible to recover on as much health as he can. Does he go maybe for another set of eyes? No eyes available on that side. Eyes available on Axon's side though. I don't think the Feral really needs a re-stealth here either. Just need the Reaping Flames into Spart and that's going to be it. Spart trying to invis back. Barely any health left. Maim to follow Trinkets out of it with barely anything got going on. Got himself a shield at the last second. Trying to see if he might be able to do something here. Anything. Bash followed by the Feral. I think it's going to be game. Unless Axon didn't get the bleed set in. There it is. Very, very unfortunate, man. Very unfortunate. I don't even know how he kept healing himself the whole time. I'm actually wondering. Zun is going to be up next. With an incarnation for Axon trying to go for the biggest amounts of damage. Zun tried to see if he can get a cast off, but being a Destro, he's going to stop in place and get the cast off. And Axon got the perfect middle pillar to be able to kite him around and land inside all those casts, if not most of them. Zun tried to see if he can get himself a Rain of Fire. Trying to maybe see if he can go for a Cataclysm. Trying not to get interrupted. It's going to be Fear immediately interrupted. Immediately kicked. What was that kick? That was actually like insane reaction time kick. Trinkets out of the Mortal Coil as Infernal comes in. Wall available for Zun. Zun gonna go for a re-stealth onto Axon. Does have a wall of his own available too. Zun, perfect opportunity for him to get some Chaos Bolts up and running. Not casting any. Trying to get a Fear onto Axon. Not gonna be worried about getting interrupted. Zun is super low in health. Not finishing those Chaos Bolts at all, even though Axon did interrupt him. Zun just choosing not to get a like Axon just interrupted him with a fire. He was trying to get a Chaos Bolt, stops him for a second. It's like he only kicked you. You can't kick anymore. And Elixir going to be the last one left. Does Zun know this? Is Zun watching out for the interrupts? Because Axon, unless he got CC to follow, he can't really stop a Chaos Bolt after. Especially when he had wall. He was trying to get a Chaos Bolt and then stopping, trying and stopping. Maybe Axon was doing a pretty decent job CCing through the wall. So Suns, and that would put you DR. Then you interrupted your own fire. And it's like, Chaos Bolt. Gonna do it. Oh, gonna do it. Oh, it was just weird. With Elixir going down to Axon, going in for a big ol' 5-0. Boy. He bashed me. Yeah. I'll be honest, a portion of that duel kind of became a blur. I just remember the Warlock just like starting to Casbolt, and I'm like, oh, stopped it. Started Casbolt. Like, yeah, I remember there was a point where he just got kicked on fire after he got bashed and rake stunned through wall. So bash, rake stun. It's gonna be a very DR, short DR stun. Then he got kicked on fire, and then he started casting Casbolt, and then he stopped for a second, moved over, he's trying to cast a fear, stopped, trying to cast a fear, stopped, trying to cast a Casbolt. And I was like, maybe I'll go back and look through it, but it was a little confusing. Anyway, boys, let's get on the going, yeah? He bashed me, didn't LOS. Did he actually jump into LOS? Maybe that's what happened, because I was trying to look at what the Warlock was doing, but maybe they were next to the pillar at an angle where he did run behind the pillar. Maybe there's a good chance I missed that. My bad if that's true, dude. I'm just telling you what it looked like to me, you know what I mean? 239 to 40, boys, on NA 240. Good job, everybody. Hope you guys had a fun one done. Look at them heals on Axton. Wait, Axton healing? Leader of the pack, renewal, rejuve, Ysera's gift, regrowth. Did someone else heal him? Did someone else heal him? Is that what you're saying? Or did he just heal a fuck ton? Maybe it's like insane amount of Versa. Decapitator group is ready. We are 5. Who's Decapitator in Real ID? I don't know if I have Decapitator added. Do I? Wait, is Decapitator Sav? Decap. Looking for Decap. Because you see Decapitator all the time. I don't know if I have had Decapitator added though. I might have already. You know, I never know. Oh yeah, it's Sav. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because I always think Sav is a rogue. I don't think Sav is like a Decapitator, but there it is. No saying it's nice. Oh, okay, yeah. You know, just making sure. It did heal a fuck ton, dude. Now these numbers aren't perfect. These are like percentages, right? So this actually heals him for like 4% of health. This heals him for like 6% of health, 5% or so. Can crit for like close to 7. This can heal him for 40% of his health, which I think is right, unless you have dampening. And it looked like he crit himself for 18, almost close to 20% of his health with Swiftman. And on the high end, he crit himself for a fourth of his health. Which is crazy. I want to see some one shot with some procs. Blade Frost? Yo, let's go. Should we get Seavark? I think we need to get Sav and Bounty, but I guess we can go Seavark and Sav, yeah? Yeah, we'll get Seavark and Sav. Seavark and Sav. Did it work? Oh, okay. Now it'll work. Okay. Good evening, Dal. How you doing? Danny, hope you're having a good one, man. I got $5 grave. Had to log off. My name is Scotty. Your friends list. On your friends list, wait, did you add me or are you already... If you're already on my real ID, let me know. Are you nuts? Okay, if you already have me added, just whisper me in real ID. If you don't have me added, then let me see if I can find you. Beam me up, Scotty. Let's see if I can find you. Oh, I feel like I already missed you. Did I? Sinji. We got ourselves. Scotty. Yeah, it's nuts. Hell, how you doing, man? I don't say as many survival hunters anymore. They're really good at duels, but you don't see a lot of survival hunters in these. Well, I'm wrong. I'm not completely right. Scotty, there we go. Got it. Got him, requeue. Delist the group. Alright. One left from I got requeue it. Yeah, it's so good, so good. Alright, boys, trying to get you in. Hopefully it works. Maybe it'll bug down. Deadass, nothing I could do. Oh yeah, man, that's rough, dude. Yeah, that's rough. I understand that the thought process. Like, man, you know, sometimes there's nothing you can do. I've always been the kind of person that's like, you know what? When there's nothing you can do, there's something you can do. Makes no fucking sense, yeah. But it's just like I don't like believing that there's like absolutely nothing you could do. You know what I mean? All right, let me leave group and requeue them real quick. See if that works. I got you, Scotty. I'll throw you in somebody after, see where I can save. Yeah, man. I'll throw you guys whenever I get a chance. Here we go. Dalaran Sewers. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alrighty, boys. What do we got? Switch. Who do we got? We got ourselves a Vinci on Team Blue with fast kills, popping an assassination. We got ourselves Amino, Stony as well as a Xander. Hell yeah, my dude. We got ourselves Decapitator. Back to the Fury business. We got ourselves Seavark on Team Red. Trying out the Frosty one-shot build. Is that what's going on? Some big Frosty procs essentially. We got Lay, we got ourselves Live Draining in the back, we got Print, and we got ourselves Shock, Tastic, Sprint, changing the Mog or changing the spec. Hard to tell. But it looks green, it looks mean, and beautiful. But yeah, if you guys, Teamwork, Team Red, you guys are getting flunked, but if you go where Lay is at, that'll be perfectly fine. Yeah, you guys can chill on stairs. That's perfectly fine. Looks like we're trying to see if you might be able to blizzard the rogue out. Looks like Fascals is going to be the first one out of the arena versus your boy Seavark with a sap cheap shot to follow. Try to see if you might be able to get some big damage. Twisted appendage right after. Kinder shot onto Seavark with a Maledict to follow. As the Temporal rolls in for Seavark. I think that Temporal is actually going to get completely absorbed. I think it did. Seavark is actually still under so much pressure by fast kills, throwing down Crucibles, dropping down smoke bombs, so he can't even be reached by Seavark, who's at least going to land a polymorph onto the rogue, who's going to trinket it immediately. Trinket down for the rogue. Seavark super low on health. Could icebox here if he needed to. And that might have actually been... Was that a Vendetta by any chance? Was that a Vendetta? I don't think it was, but might have been fast kills moving out in the open. Look at the shadow step to Seavark. If Seavark has a blink available, he might be able to get something going. Does get a trinket with a blink to follow fast kills. Popping in cloak or shadows. I just trying not to get procced on Seavark. Super low on health. Is going to get another Nova onto fast kills with a blink. Try to see if he can slow him down. Finally got the rogue where he wants him. Vanish to follow those. The rogue is going through every cooldown available, trying to deal with him. It looks like the Elemental is actually attacking Decapitate. That's very unfortunate. Seavark does pull the pet back. Does pop an invis. I'm trying to see if he can get himself some food. Sab fast kills. Not a lot you can really do about it. No. Trinket available for Seavark. Fast kills somehow almost getting caught in a Nova. Almost getting caught in a Nova. I feel like there should have been a catch right there. Cheap shot onto Seavark. Let's go for a second icebox. Since he has two of them available, he might as well try to see if he might be able to at least play against the rogue. Hit him with a polymorph. Is going to get a Twisted Appendage hit with a lance. Needs to go for a lot of damage or a lot of slows into fast kills. Is it going to repoly him? Actually, looks like he might just go for a big shadow. It's going to be shadow step for fast kills. Trying to go for big damage onto Seavark. The Dressing Gas Trinket does get split between Seavark and the pet. The fast kills super low. What am I saying? Super low on health. Super low on mobility and cooldowns, if anything. It looks like Seavark maybe trying to get himself Ice Lances. Or Icicles rolling. That is a Vendetta. So the fast kills either use Vendetta right now or did use one way earlier. But that's a Vendetta on Seavark. There's going to be a lot of pressure thrown in a Maledict at the Mage as he's trying to see if he can slow him down. How? The fast kills not get rooted there for a second. That's going to be a full poly onto fast kill right now. Maybe Seavark might actually be able to get some sort of CC chains rolling. Maybe he's going to back up completely to try to see if he can get some food. Might be able to get the pet around the corner. Again, a Nova to fast kills. Does go for a Crucible as a self-heal with a Temporal to follow in case fast kills was going to open. Try to go with a Nova with a pet. Did not quite get it. Go road. Cheap shot on Seavark. I think it might be done. Does get a Trinket. And fast kills get back Cloak. Has Trinket. Has vanished very, very soon. Kidney shot onto Seavark. I think that might be done, dude. I think that might be game. That is going to be game. Fast kills taking him out. It's going to be a Twisted Page attacking him immediately with advantage to follow. A Shock trying to see if he might be able to drop down totems to stop the rogue in his tracks. Into a sap immediately. That was the war's first matchup. Can't do it. Yeah, that's a tough one, dude. But assassination. Who's gonna put bleeds on you? Land a kidney shot on you. I mean, I guess an Outlaw Rogue or Sub Rogue it won't be any different, but just a Rogue in general, right? With Cloak of Shadows vanished and everything. Yeah, for Frost Mage. Maybe if it was like a warrior or something, that might have been a little bit better. Or paladin. Gonna be lasso by shock onto Fasco for a second. Does break out pretty quickly. That's gonna be a Fire Ellie dropping in for Shocktastic. Although the Ellie is not really doing a good job trying to see if he can connect again with the Rogue. Does finally get to get some casts in. They're going to be interrupted onto the nature cast of Shocktastic, having to rotate while here as Vendetta rolling on him. Might have to get the Earth Elemental up and running here too. Does Trinket out of this, trying to get some damage blasted into fast skills. Does he have enough right here? The Lightning Bolts and Earth Shock do connect. And does get the damage rotting down into the Rogue with Stony, the Red Paladin, going to be up next. Lightning Lasso should be able to separate these two. Is going to trick it out of this immediately. Trying to get a slow onto Shocktastic. Otherbind Totem is going to slow him down for a second. Does go for wings without a Hodge. Execute sentence. Look at just and Shocktastic ripping him out of this duel completely. Print going for the Demonology playstyle. Trying to see if he can get some more pets up and running. Getting interrupted by Stony as he got a lot of holy damage rolling. Going to be Mortal Coil running him away. As Sprint got himself a Warlock Gateway rolling. Can use the Gateway true position. Is going to go for a second stun with a second pet. With a tire right now. Stony has Shield of Vengeance. Shield popping as he got wings up and running. Is behind the pillar together with the Demonic Tyrant. Trying to see if he can get some damage on the Print. Print does trick it out of that Hodge. It looks like Stony is still get a barrage by the pet sealed behind the pillar with a Tyrant. Doesn't choose to stop the Tyrant at all. The other pets are starting to do a bit of damage. And it doesn't look like Print is playing the playstyle where he has a all-in Tyrant damage. It looks like he's playing a slightly different build. He wants to beef up the pets. He's using Tyrant to beef up the current pets, but he doesn't sacrifice the imps. At least it doesn't look like it. But I could be wrong in that. Sony is at about half his health at the 5-minute mark. It looks like it's going to be a whole new Felguard for Print Warlock though. Does it reset the cooldown of the stun with a new Felguard? I've never tried that. I've actually never tried just, you know, stunning someone, summoning new Tyrant, and then, or new guard, and then trying to stun. Does it reset the cooldown completely? Couldn't you just like cheesy lock people down like that? I think it'd be interesting. Going to be a stun by Stony onto Print. He's going to go for the gateway that he was setting up earlier. He gave him a gateway as a way out of there. In case he needed to. Too bad for Print. All the pets went with him, like the imps and everything. Having to force Stony out in the open, does hit him with a Mortal Coil before the man approaches. That's going to be Shield of Vengeance up for Stony. Is there a stun of CC available for Print at all, though? Does go for a wall to try to see if he can survive the Paladin. Damages the Paladin. Has wings as well as bubble. Trying to see if he can just blast through Print right now. Print does still have Reflect available. Could maybe reflect a Hodge back into Stony. Stony trinket it out of the stun. Try to see if he might be able to blast damage at Print. And he does get to that. Doesn't reset. I didn't know that. Live Drain is going to be up next by the looks of it as the next Warlock up. I think it's a Destruction Warlock. Unless it's Affliction. Trying to see if he can gateway right into Stony right now. Getting pretty aggressive, pretty corrupted too. As a Warlock, he's going to get hit with a stun immediately. Trickets out of it right after. It looks like he's going to be dropping down Infernal. Was that a random Infernal or was that a Summon Infernal? Because it was Summon, he just missed the stun. And that's going to be Succubus down for the time being. Live Drain popping a wall. Not really sure why. He still does get to clip Stony with a Cataclysm either way. That's going to be Stony trying to see if he might be able to get some big damage. Does get an interrupt on a Fear. Trying to go for big damage on a Live Drainer. And Stony just ruined the Live Drainer, man. Just took him down just like that. Full wings, full setup. I think it was actually a minute long wings too. So just gave him a little bit of a room. If Live Drainer saved that wall for later, he may think he might have been in a better spot. It's going to be a full stun onto Stony with the blood of the enemy for Lay. Stony does pop a bop. Trying to give himself a defensive with a stun until Lay. Does not force a trinket out of the Rogue though. Now he needs to find a way to punish this Rogue and do as much damage as possible. Stony's at least trying to stay ahead with his health as best as he can. Kidney Shot comes in. Is that a DR Kidney? It might have been a DR Kidney actually. Was it? Was it just no common point Kidney? That's going to be a Mally with a blind on the Stony. Probably a little bit of a misplay by Lay. But still went for it. Stony, I guess. Actually, Mally is over. I was going to say, I guess he won't be able to heal. Looks like Shield of Vengeance actually popping through Lay. Another shortest stun ever. With a Garrote right after onto Stony. Fully DR'd him down. Stony actually has nothing to fear here. Except for a Cloak of Shadows, which he still is able to get the physical damage through. Safeguard Trinket Procket for Lay. Needs to Trinket out of this immediately. Super low in health. Stony taking him out. How many is that? Is that 4 kills for Stony? There it is. 4 kills, man. Not bad. Maybe it was 5? No, I think it was only 4. I could be wrong. 3 out of 5 on a Horde right now. Perfect, boys. John, I want to say thanks for the road guide. I'm going to kill DPS, and I'm thinking of making my new main, killer DPS. Hell yeah, dude. That sounds awesome. Yeah, Outlaws can do okay in PvP, dude. They're a lot of fun, though. That's probably my most favorite spec overall. Sav, ready whenever. Did Sav just get to play? Did Sav just get to play, though? Or was it somebody else? Bound new 4 out of 5. I think it was Sav's group with Decapitator. And Scotty is ready, too. Scotty's ready, so we can get Scotty, I guess, versus Sav, since Sav didn't really get to play too many people. Maybe. Hope I make it into a video. We'll see, dude. I usually don't decide that until way later. How to earn money? You don't have to, but there are links down below if you guys want to check them out. Or there's a super chat on YouTube if you guys want to, but not necessary. By the way, Dalaran, I wanted to say sorry. I had whispered to you while we were streaming. My bad. John, what's up, man? No problem, dude. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry. At least you weren't like some of the dudes on on EU whispering like customers in Russian, bro. Peachy went offline finding someone more. Okay, cool. We can wait. We can wait. Warlock won. That Warlock was on 50 IQ. That wall a little bit early was a little sketch. Dropping down the Infernal. Everybody makes that mistake. Come on, dude. You're thinking of where the pally is going to go, and then he jukes you on the other side. And Infernal slams, doesn't get to stun anybody. Still lots of damage. Got a group on a horde. What's up, Bloom? How you doing, my man? Need me to add you or what? So we can get Sav in here. He got a 5. Bounty is 5 as well. Y'all want to get on y'all server and duel? You don't need to be on the server, man. You just got to be on the same region. Today we're doing NA. Yep, this is NA for today. Saturday are NA. So as long as you are in a group on NA, Alliance or Horde, doesn't matter, then you can join and duel, my man. I don't see a tip jar or anything. Well, you won't see like a tip jar, like an icon, like on Twitch, but there's like a link down below somewhere. Scotty, all right, man. Let's get you in here, dude. Don't worry about it, man. And we can get a Bounty. I think Bounty didn't get to play, right? I think Sav just got to play. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm guessing here. Literally just guessing here. Alrighty, boys. Let's see if it works. Streamlabs. There you go. I guess that could work too. I wonder if there's like a tip jar icon, because I had icons down below. I had LOG up, requeue. Sorry, no problem, my dude. Let me get it up and running. I wonder if I could throw down like an icon of like a tip jar, or like a jar, or like, I guess, money sign down below, so you can maybe see it a little bit easier. Nozoth faction, can I join duels? Do you actually use the item for Nozoth? I've never actually gotten it, man. I remember a bunch of guilders were like, yo, let's pair her up, dude. Let's pair her up. Let's go get the Nozoth toy thing or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. And I just never did it. I never went about it. But it's kind of cool watching people that do world PvP. Like there's a guy named Soul. He sometimes turns it on. So you can fight Alliance and Horde. I'm like, wow, that actually looks like fun as fuck. You ever do that, Atha? Just pop it on and just blasting the boys on Alliance? Also, if you seen the recent video from Extroy with this undead one-shot, dude. Literally Zombo undead one-shot out in the world. It's hilarious. Turning on that and just running over a bunch of people in the area. Getting the zombies near somebody, they'll all explode. Literally do 100% of someone's health worth of damage. Back-to-back stuns. Actually, nothing you can do if you can just surprise somebody. Zombie explodes so fast, nobody is going to be able to drink it ever. But they only have 5 health. Guys, see the mountain, man? Hey, thanks, man. Probably should be on it on this tune, yeah? What is this thing? Nailotha? Nailotha? Nailotha all's here. Here we go, boys. Just hanging out on my questing mountain, no biggie. Level 20, no problem. A level 20 with this one, dude. Alrighty, boys. Switch. What do we got today? We got ourselves a Brandon over on the Team Red, playing more of that Feral Druid. Please be out of cat from unless you're doing my man. We got ourselves Keith, McBeef. I feel like that's a mug a guy named Keith McBeef would wear. We got Nuts in here as well, playing Marksman maybe? Beast Mastery? I don't see a pet. Maybe some Marksman play, boys. We got ourselves no heals, which means the shadow plays that makes sense. And Peachy in the back as well. Where's Team Blue? We got ourselves 4-man team. We got Bounty. We got ourselves Laura. We got ourselves Sprint, and we got ourselves... Oh man. Let's just call him Little Flu. Yeah, Little Flu. I just call him that, dude. Alright, Print is gonna be out first. It is a little bit unfortunate that there's only 4-man team on Team Bloom. But it's going to be opener by Print Warlock versus Peachy. As Peachy got himself full damage opener here right now. That's going to be a full incarnation, just trying to make the most damage to Print. Actually did Print take damage from the biker. Was it his pet? I think it might have been the succubus that took the hit. Someone tried to go for a Warlock Fellhound instead. I guess tried to see if he could strip the hots off Peachy. Maybe get in trouble while locking him down. Big Casbo's coming out. Peachy could be down for the count here. Does get a wall rolling as he just getting slammed in. But Casbo's back to back with a Fear right after. Fear to lock him down some more. Yet another Casbo. Does this one connect? This one does actually almost obliterate Peachy by itself, interrupting him on that regrowth, not letting the man get himself any damage, any more healing whatsoever. That was a massive amount of damage out of Print, dude. The haste this man has. Dude, the fast casting corruptions for Warlocks is nuts. Chaosbolts already hit super hard, and if you got a bunch of corruptions that give you extra haste, I mean, it's nuts. Fear onto Peachy with yet another Chaos Bolt, slamming the man, not letting him go anywhere. With a Mortal Core after, with another Chaos Bolt, he is at least in bear form. Was able to bear a lot of the damage there. How did he actually look like he took no damage from that one? That was nuts. Try to see if he can get a root onto the pet, so at least he doesn't have to worry. Honestly, I feel like if Peachy was Arcane Affinity, Boomy Affinity, he could cast an Arcane spell at the pet, and if Print Warlock wasn't watching, he could interrupt the Arcane, and he could spam out nature spells. That could be interesting, actually. That could be very, very interesting. The Big Doctor, Armor, and Shadow Lens will be perfect. True. True. The Plague Doctor as well. Yeah. Yeah, the armor looks amazing, dude. But just trying to see if you might be able to just get a root onto the pet. So you might be able to go for a couple of regrowths. That is aware that the gateway is available for Print. He does have a plan B to get out of a bad situation. Did he get that Cataclysm? He did not land the Cataclysm like he wanted to. Does get the Immolate though. And Peachy just buying himself some time while getting a little bit of health back, dude, while he's got it. That's a little rough right here, man. That's just a little bit tough. Just because Print is not really giving him that much of an option. Does kill the pet. So Print actually has to summon a whole new one. And Peachy just abusing the fact that he got a massive pillar in front of him here. Not letting the pets do nothing, dude. Does get a root onto the pet. And I think he's just trying to catch a restyle. Does get himself a regrowth. Catches a reset. And finally can go in for damage. Big bike into Print while the pet is away. The pet does reconnect. And I think he's just going to let the dots just sit there and rot the guy, actually. Is that the plan? Is that the plan? I think it might be the plan. So the problem is Print is just going to randomly summon Infernos from time to time. And if Print can just get a Mortal Coil into Peachy and stuns or Fears back to back, there's going to be a trinket out of Print right now. As the bash comes in, does send a Death Coil into a Mortal Coil into Peachy with a Casbolt as he summon the Infernal. It is going to be a root for Peachy. And he's trying to control the damage of Print for a second here. Does hit him with the main for a second with the Reaping Flames right after. Cannot go for a big... I mean, he could, honestly, but... walking away from the Shadow Fear, trying not to get slammed by the Casbols. The Casbols are getting beefier and beefier. Second Infernal arriving, does reapply the bleeds back to Print. And it's going to leave a root on the guy. He might have to just bleed him out, man. And that's going to be third Infernal down with the wall and Casbols to slam and not a lot you can do about it. Fear trying to catch him, does catch him, does shrink it out of it. Casbols still goes through, and that does half of his health worth of damage as Peachy just recovered on health. One single Casbolt with all those Infernals juggling the Casbolt buff. Like, there's actually nothing Peachy could do, dude. Nothing he could do. Just try to get away as fast as he could. But the fastest casting in the West by Print Warlock is just impossible to deal with. As these two are lasting in 5 minutes. What is that Mortal Coil taking Peachy out in the open, dude? That Mortal Coil! That was the greatest Mortal Coil of my life, dude. Greatest mortal coil I've ever seen. It actually ran him away. Usually fears and mortal coils run you into line of sight. This one ran you right out in the open. What if that's what mortal coil did? It ran you away into the line of sight of the Warlock. Like a glyph or something. Mortal coil no longer runs the enemy in a random direction. Instead, it runs into the line of sight of the Warlock. Random direction towards the line of sight. That'd be insane. Tamjin, my man, how you doing, my dude? Started working from Tuesday? Hell yeah, dude. Hope work is going okay. Okay, we got a hashtag Timjin in chat. Showing appreciation for the one for the no. My man, appreciate you, my dude. The dude should have never accepted should never be accepted in 5v5s, really? Because of how slow he's taking it? Oh, come on, man. He's trying to see if he can defeat the powerful Destro Warlocks. Ask anybody in the game. Destro Warlocks are probably the strongest class right now in PvP. One of the biggest powerhouses ever. Maybe not in duels in particular, but definitely one of the biggest powerhouses is Print. Actually, is trying to play very defensive. I just drain life to try to drain as much health from Peachy to recover a little bit. As we are at the 5-minute mark, hitting that 4% dampening, boys. And he's not happy. He is not happy at all, dude. He is a very, very angry green boy. Very angry green boy. Is Peachy trying to see if he might be able to finally get a rune to the pet. The pet is not letting it happen, dude. Peachy, I think... Oh, you know what would be disappointing? If after all this, Peachy was lost either way. That would be disappointing. No, that would be disappointing. Release the crack. I mean, Hunter. We do have a Hunter. Nuts is ready to go, dude. Nuts is ready to go. If the Feral wins this one, he's ready, man. That's going to be a whole new Fel Guard or Fel Puppy for Print. Both of these guys have trinkets too. One not available for Print though, so maybe Peachy might be able to make a play here. He's going to get the opener, Bike, and Reaping Flames. It looked like the Bike hit the pet, honestly. Every single time it looks like it hit the pet. It's going to be Infernal down. Print trying to go for big damage. It's going to be Mortal Coil. Peachy not shrinking this at all. Double Casbolt hits him with a Shadow Fury from a distance. Shrink is that one. No, he doesn't actually. Because it was super DR'd. And Peachy was just able to wall and survive double, triple common Casbolts that was just now. I think a double. And just trying to see if I might be able to kite the Warlock around for a little bit. Print might just have to reposition his gateway, dude. Oh, this man, dude. This man right here. This Feral just running from all those casts, not letting him get a single one of them off. That is a little bit rough, dude. That is a little rough. That Felhound is now named Roadkill. Actually, yeah. That would be. That would be. Wait, did Print actually swap the pet to attack the tentacle? Or did the pet just automatically attack the tentacle there for a second? We're 7 minutes in, boys. 40% dampening. This duel has been going on. These two juggernauts don't want to give up. Print now has Wall, has a Trinket, does not have Infernal. So he's going to be down on some cooldowns, but still has the amazing CC. Trinket coming out for Peachy right now. He's going to be able to catch himself for a restealth. His Incarnation rolling right now. It's going to be a fear for Print as Warlock is going to go far up in the wall with Casbolts back to back trying to get some dots on to Peachy. It's going to be from some freebie Incinerates to follow Wall right now for Peachy. Is trying to get some damage onto Print. He's trying to get a Casbolt up and running. One Casbolt, maybe a second one. Trying to see if he can catch a fear onto Peachy. He does get away. He's going to try to see if he can catch up on the heels. Print actually might be dead to the bleeds. Did Peachy do it? Did Peachy make the play? Did Peachy finish it? He did. Peachy went against the Destro Warlock. Did not give up. Little cough. This is going to be up next here. I'm saying cough as in... Little man over here, just gonna go for a little bit of sit. Is Peachy actually just gonna wait the whole time? I guess a Shadow Priest? We usually never see Peachy play this carefully before. Unless this man got some power. Just not sure about it. The druid should not be allowed. Dude, I'm telling you, Peachy usually never plays this carefully. I guess this Print Warlock guy, I mean, I guess the Destro Warlock, I guess it is a little bit tough. That's going to be silence on the Peachy. Bike coming out into Lil. Not looking all that good. Already half his health. Trying to get some Shadowmans in. And Peachy's is going to take it super carefully. As dampening gets higher and higher. I guess maybe he's setting up. Maybe he's waiting longer so he can get some cooldowns back. Because after Lil, you got to go into Laura, into bounties. He's trying to kind of buy himself enough time to get cooldowns for the other rogues. But usually he doesn't like take this long to like Like, usually he'd be out there just fighting print tooth and nail, dude. He'd be kind of fast as duels, sorta. But he actually took that guy super serious. A stun into Peachy as Lil tried to see if he might be able to get some hair of damage in there. Try to get himself a little bit of a Vampiric Embrace as well as Peachy got himself Triangular Roots. Trying to get a Triangular Roots onto Lil. Not gonna happen. He actually did recover a little bit of health with 29% dampening. Was dispersed, and that was also Vampiric Embrace. He's getting quite a bit of heal from it too. This was that. But he just changed the rules that this guy shouldn't be allowed. Peachy? Again, Peachy usually doesn't take this long and this drawn out of a game in order to win. So this is kind of, yeah. This is Peachy playing a weird playstyle that usually doesn't play this carefully. He's pretty careful as a player. Plays to win. But he usually doesn't play this playstyle. I dueled against him before. It's gonna be a skull bash onto Lil as he's just not looking all that good, dude. Running with his little legs. He's gonna get a short fear onto Peach, trying to get some damage with a mind bender. Silence to follow. This is actually starting to get some damage into Peach. It's starting to break through the shell that is the Feral, dude. We might actually be able to get a wall out of him. Trinket off of that bash. Mass spell to follow. I think he tried to see if he might be able to mass spell something into a mind control onto Peachy as he gets a wall up and running, trying to get himself some regrowth rolling. I was a little trying to see if he can recover a little bit here and there. 9 minutes, I feel exaggerated. I wish he'd stop running behind the pillar. Man, don't blame the player. Don't hate the player. Hate the game, dude. That's how Blizzard designed Ferals, man. That's how it's supposed to win in PvP. Because if he doesn't, he loses, dude. But he wants to win. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. It's gonna be stolen into Lil. Again, Peachy is super careful. Does not want to burn a trinket. He burned a renewal, but he does not want to burn a trinket. I don't think his bleeds will be enough here, though. Maybe? 40% dampening. Pretty high. It is pretty up there. Does go for greater to get around Peachy. Try not to let the Feral get an opener on him. It's going to be short stun into silence. Trying to get yet another mind bender. Trying to get some damage in. Peachy might just have to pop some real cooldowns. He's actually dropping low. Wall coming out right now. Lil actually doing quite well on damage. Bash comes in. Is able to survive sort of kind of. It's going to be a random tentacle attacking Peachy as well as he's trying to get himself a little bit of regrowth. Looks like Lil got some fight left in him. He also has life swap, boys. There's rogues out there. Bounty's asleep. Laura, almost AFK. Falling asleep maybe. And Lil does have the life swap, boys. He does have the lifeline. So he actually has quite a bit of capabilities here. Does not have a greater fate here for a little bit. He's going to have to take this damage here in the opener. Does he have an ACC to follow? Fear Peachy does force a trinket out of him. Into a stun to follow. Able to finally read out him with a Mind Blast to follow right after trying to get some damage in. It's going to get interrupted on the Shadow. Disperse should be coming up very soon. Does have greater fate if he needs to. Life Swap is available if he wants to. He can now. Silence coming out onto Peachy. Before he got the disperse off. If only he got the life swap off too. Though might have actually been a duel he would have won. Very unfortunate. But he tried so hard. Now one question. I'm getting bored of Warrior. What should I recommend to play as an alt? If you're getting bored of Warrior, oh man, it's hard. Because Warriors are pretty good. Maybe like a caster, like a range class. Like maybe not like a caster, but like a hunter. Might be something up your sleeve, up your alley, man. Then I'm guess you're kind of bored of that like Warrior. You probably like mobility, but you don't really, you want a faster pace play style. You don't really care about rage. Unless you're Fury. But then I feel like Demon Hunter would be more of the same. Try a Rogue. I think a Rogue is a pretty much antithesis of what a Warrior is. You know what I mean? I'd try a Rogue and try a range class, man. Or try healing. And if you're tanking all the time. That's pretty nice. If we lose momentum too fast if he was playing. And he just lost. Dude, he actually, if he got the light soap off, I think he actually would have been fine too. Because he was having a really good round with Peachy. 50% dampening though, as we're hitting the 14% mark here, boys. Thanks for the tips. No problem, my dude. I feel like I didn't really do much. I just gave an idea of a class or two. But yeah, hopefully it helps you find a class you're happy with, my man. But it's going to be a reset by Peachy for a second evasion with a blind under Peachy. I think Peachy without a trinket might be done for a count. His bounty is doing an angry emote at him, dude. Slash rude. Slash rude. Hit it with a slash rude. Play that sub. Does he have the burst opener as a sub damage here? Does he have it? Oh, bashed by Peachy. No, Bounty.
There's a fire going on in the house next to mine. Jesus Christ. Looks like the fire is in the private shuttle_O.
Wait, what? Is that for real? Temjin, whoa. That's going on, dude. Call somebody. That's what's actually going on. Yo, can we get a hashtag Temjin, my man? Yo, Temjin, you better be able to watch out, dude. That might be a moment to be a hero, or if anything, at least call firefighters or something, dude. It was actually a fire nearby you. Holy shit. Yo, you stay safe out there, boys. Yo, hashtag Temjin. Just also stay safe, dude. Let's also tell them to stay safe, dude. All right, man. Holy shit, boys. Hashtag Temjin in hopes that you stay safe, boys. Alrighty. Oh my god, thank you for the dodo, but holy shit. They're on your right. Oh, okay. Sheesh, I was gonna say like, God forbid you saw it. Wait, what? Lara got biked? Is that what happened? Actual separated. There's a sub point. 7 kills by Peachy. That was like a 14-15 minute game, right? Yeah, 15 minutes more or less. Give out of that. I'm going for my camera. Well, now the firefighters arrived. Yeah, I feel like you could do that because nothing else can be done, really. 1 second left from cheap shit DR rip. Ah, unfortunate. Oh, is that why you're waiting? Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was gonna say like he's waiting. Got the saps off. Man, that's rough. That is rough. That BM literally karma. That was kind of BM, honestly. Alright, boys, who else got a group up and running for the duels right now? We're still rest. Rest of us 4 still ready. Oh yeah, I guess you guys really didn't get to play, did ya? That makes sense. Alrighty, boys, let me see. Hit me up with a PM. In real idea, let me know if you have a group or not, boys. And we'll see if we can get one more in here, yeah? What's your thoughts on Outlaw PvP? I love Outlaw, but I find it hard to PvP. Corruptions make any classes better, so you could always just play with corruptions. I mean, I have 2 gushing, 2 red down slappers. That helps a lot. But before gushing and red down slappers, some of the things that help me a ton is playing Mark for Death, first of all. It's a lot more fun that way. I thought maybe I needed a stun duration, but yeah. It's not that bad losing 1 extra second on stuns. Mark for Death just feels so much better to play with. And I started messing around with Rogue a lot more. I started taking it less seriously. In arenas, I would use something like Plunder Armor and Thick as Thieves. And if you have a healer, let him know that you're doing damage too. Because sometimes that can be enough, dude. If your healer just does damage with you when you use Thick as Thieves on him, chicks him, then yeah, that can be really, really strong. Outside of that, stack Dead Shot for traits. Get yourself a little bit of haste. I'd say closer towards 20% haste. And then as much Versa as possible. And the one trait I've actually, or essence I've been enjoying a lot, is Conflict and Strife. I know it's not Reaping Flames and Crucible, but I kind of like the Conflict and Strife. The extra versatility you gain when you stun someone or when you're stunned makes you a little bit more survivable. I really like that one a lot. A lot of classes are going to try to kill you in a stun, like unless you're like a Warlock or something. So having that trait is really, really nice. But then I can also have trinkets too. So you're not going to really be able to burst people down. You're not assassination or subtlety. You whittle targets away over time, right? So try doing that as Outlaw and use the cooldowns and the CC that you have, let's say, to lock down a healer while you're, bashing down somebody. But it's a lot of just rolling for buffs. Buffs is going to be the biggest advantage. The buffs that I would keep are maybe auto attack buff is alright. Crit buff is also okay sometimes. But the ultimate best buff for damage is going to be broadsides. The one that gives you extra combo points, but also 20% more damage on pistol shots and sinister strikes. If you're rolling that buff, then you can burst. You can do some damage. I mean, if you're popping like Plunder Armor and tricks and trinkets, if you have any like dressed or bike, you can do a lot of damage without the buff, but I'd say I used to play Snake Eyes for a little bit, so buff didn't matter. In the end, I kind of like the playing around my buffs. Sometimes you'll get good rolls, sometimes you don't. Do the best that you can, unless you have the good rolls. That's why Mark for Death is a lot better for it, because you can do it yourself. Mark for Death reroll a lot easier. Yeah. Outlaw can do okay. I like playing that spec. I think it's a lot of fun. Gear will definitely help you, because you're a spec that's kind of starting out a little bit on the back foot. But get yourself a bit of haste. That'll feel really good to play. If you have any corruptions that do damage, run those. Anything helps, honestly. And then stack versa as much as you can. Yeah, I think that's about all I got. And it's all about stunning and pistol shotting. Stunning and pistol shotting from like your dead shot combo. That's gonna do quite a bit of damage too. We were bored waiting for the playstyle. Oh my god, yeah. No play fair really, but usually does rely on many reasons dragging out of a specific player case. I think that was just a specific player case. It does kind of rely on resets, but never really like dragging it out like that. He was trying to like kind of reset on the Destro Warlock for quite a while. Sav is ready. All right, who else is ready? Scotty? Are we gonna get Scotty and Sav? I think Bounty just got to play, right? So we can get Sav and Scotty in. Bronze Bleeds are pretty bad damage now, no real defensive while stunned, etc. Yeah, Barkskin is going to be a little bit better when they get it down in Shadowlands. Plus also some of the other utility they have for like different affinities. I think it's going to make them really good. You can imagine getting Incapacitating Roar when you go Guardian Affinity. That's going to be extra CC to like throw in between. Or going for the Bounce Affinity with Typhoon for free while you have Bash as a talent. Or nice Mount Dal. Thanks, fam. Or Ursul's with a rest affinity. That's gonna be interesting. And you also have your what would be weird is choosing between Bash and choosing between what is it called? What's that buff that's like makes you really good on other roles in the alpha? I forgot now. Heart of the Wild? That's what it is. Heart of the Wild is gonna be very interesting to play around too. Is Jim Outlaw videos can find on YouTube that do outlaws? I might. It's a lot of. I'm doing a lot of stuff on the alpha, but I do have an outlaw video that's kind of I've been waiting to put up, and it's been kind of cooking, and I just haven't put it up yet. Maybe I'll put it up when I have when I'm really swamped and busy. I think that's what I'll do. I'll have one of me just showcasing like my build and what I've been playing with it. It's busted. It's pretty toxic. It's a lot of corruptions, but my rogue is fucking gear, dude. And the outlaw, even with enough gear, you can do insane damage, dude. Actually, nuts damage. It's pretty ridiculous. Still waiting for MM Torghast. Oh my god, yeah, I need to do a marksman run in Torghast. Yeah, let me get some of the other classes done, and then I'll go back to Torghast and I'll do marksman. Because right now there's a lot of the Covenant abilities stuff that I'm doing right now on the channel. Because now that we have them unlocked and I finally finished them. So let me try to get some more of those videos up. And I will definitely do a marksman on Torghast for you, Timjin. I definitely will. Twitch. Alrighty, boys, we got ourselves a Vinci on Team Blue with Decapitator. Play more of that Fury Warrior, old school mod. We got Fast Skills. We got Amino in here. You can all take a guess what he's playing. I kind of want to say Affliction because he got no pet. We got also Vuthomak as a troll survival hunter, pretty corrupted. Oh goodness, with Brandon gonna be going up first as a Pharaoh. Looks like Amino is gonna be. Are we Affliction? Is that what we are? Amino? Oh, he is Affliction. He got Agony on this guy. Oh, Corruption, either one. We also got Keith McBeef on Team Red. We got Nuts. We got us as no heals. And Peachy is a boomy. Oh my god, he's a big old boomer. Oh, beautiful. That's going to be fear. Onto Brandon. As Amino trying to get some dots rolling onto Brandon. And he got himself a big haze buff available. Trying to see if he might be able to go for a big setup on the cat form. I hope that Brandon is cleansing himself off of Agony, because that'll be pretty huge. Try to go for Shadow Fury, a Stable Affliction. Did he just blow out the enemy, the Feral? Wait, that's actually a lot of damage onto Brandon right now as he's popping a wall, super low on health. Trying to see if he might be able to recover. Oh my god, I coughed really badly. Just shocking so fast, dude. Oh no, sorry boys. Didn't mean to cough in your ears. But Brandon is melting. Safeguard Trinket. That's going to keep him alive for a little bit longer, but looks like the dots themselves have really just lasted out. Lamin is just still chasing after Brandon. Does not let him catch the opener with a Mortal Coil right after. Fear to follow, and is going to be able to get a UA or two onto Brandon. It's going to do quite a bit of damage with a drain of life behind the pillar. He Swiftman himself, but the drain actually just melted his health back down to where it was. He's not letting him go anywhere at all. Going to be at least one regrowth. Does catch himself a reopener. It's going to be Trinket out of Amina though. Bash to follow. Maybe finally Brandon can go for a big setup. Big bite into Amina. Hit him with a Crucible right after. Does not get the UA, dude. Does not get the UA. Nah, I just had spit, dude. I just had... I'm talking. I had spit at the back of my throat and I just breathed in and just felt like I was drowning, dude. Drowning in my own drool, dude. Can you believe it? kind of ook saying that out loud. Gonna be Shadow Fury around the corner. Not gonna happen. Brandon looks like he's gonna try to heal himself as best as possible and maintain himself. He is cleansing himself. He is cleansing that agony. So I think maybe if I didn't say it, Brandon would have had a hard time with that agony. Amino would have had an easier time. Because that agony is quite a bit of his damage. Unless Amino is running the... Unless I think Amino might be running the curse build. The corruption build. Which means that cleansing agony isn't as worth. We never know. I guess Brandon will just have to watch out if that agony stacks high or not. Because if not... Because if anything... Agony is a bit of damage. But if he's going the corruption build, the corruption is far more damage. That's going to be a bash onto Amino as Brandon tried to go for a big old bite. I'm going to go in for a gateway as Brandon throws in a crucible at the end. So far this Affliction Warlock had a really good burst opener onto Brandon though. That full, I think it was Blood of the Enemy with a Dark Layer burst. That could still be really, really good for him. Big ol' leap for Brandon. Mortal Coil. Fear to follow. Doesn't trinket it whatsoever as Amino is able to at least get the dots back up and running. Try to see if he might be able to get even more damage onto Brandon. I don't really know what he hit him with just now. Was that a Phantom Singularity above his head? Is that what he's hit him with? I think he was able to see it though. Blood of the Enemy coming in for Amino as he goes in for Shadow Fury to try to get UAs up and running onto Brandon. He's playing Blood of the Enemy with a massive Dark Glare. Brandon taking a little bit of damage. Trying to see if he might be able to Shadow Melt out of there. Amino has the haze buff rolling. With Dark Soul instability, needs to meet Brandon on the other side. Dark Glare needs to go one way, he needs to go the other. Brandon poking out in front of Dark Glare for a second, taking a bit of damage, still melting little by little. Wall off for Amino as pops a defensive, still has a trinket if he needs to. Oh my god, this is probably the worst matchup for Affliction Warlock, dude. I don't know who's gonna win. Trinket for Brandon. Fear trying to come out for Amino. Does he have a Skull Bash? Does bash him. Actually lock him out on Shadow. I think it's gonna be down for the count. Oh my god, the Affliction Warlock, dude. Amino, I'm secretly rooting for you, my man. I didn't want to say it out loud, but I was rooting for the Affliction Warlock, boys. I wanted to see you make a play. And after you got the big Blood of the Enemy burst opener there, oh my god, was it so good. Reflect coming up for him. Decapitator, but he does get hit with a maim as Brandon looking to get himself a bit of a reset on this Fury Warrior. Decapitator looking to get a big old leap. Does get Brandon out of stealth. Still good to get some damage in. Does he play the Stormbolt playstyle? Or is Decapitator more of a charge playstyle, like a Katrikan style? Is going to be able to Blade Storm out of that root for a second. Does he get to intercept Brandon? He does get to Stormbolt and with a big old charge. Reheal a little bit. Needs to stay on top of the Feral as best as possible. Wall coming in for Brandon right now. With the maim to fall, Decapitator trinkets out of that maim. Tried to stay on top of the Feral as best as he can. Does not have a charge for a little bit, and Brandon is going to be able to power shift out of those slows every single time. 5 minutes in is 1% dampening rolling in, boys. And Decapitator does get to deny the Feral reopener, but needs a little bit of damage to really make a play. You got very good sustained damage. Does he get a big old Rampage while this is up? If you get a Reflect with Rampage while Thorns are up, that is actually huge burst damage. Is going to intercept Brandon as he's trying to recover behind the pillar. He's going to charge him to root him in place for a second, which is quite big for Decapitator to keep Brandon out in the open. Looks like he's going to pick up the eyes immediately. Not letting the Feral get himself a reset at all. Looks like he was auto-attacking him, and that's going to be a Stormbolt. Trinket not available for Brandon for a little bit. Does Decapitator have enough burst available here, man? Does he have enough damage available? He's going to get hit with a maim. It is short. Brandon, not a lot of tools for him to get out, except for that root. Does get to escape the warrior for a moment, but he doesn't go behind the big pillars. He needs to position himself to a better pillar, I think. He's going to have a trinket for the next Stormbolt. Charge comes in to stop him from running in place. And he's way too low on health right now. Way too low on health for comfort. I don't even know what Decapitator got, but he's somehow still getting some bleed damage onto Brandon. It does get to take him out at the end. Oh my god. Avenging his Affliction Warlock friend. Keith McBeef is up next. Alright, Keith. Show us what you got. Assassination Rogue, a madman with a crucible. Or this says a lot about a man, about the essence he plays. And actually, this is, look, Keith is shirtless. So is Decapitator. They're having those gladiator duel here, dude. You got the bandit Keith, the bandit scoundrel, versus Decapitator, who's a big old gladiator warrior, dude. A gladiator looking warrior. with a Strongbolt onto Keith. No trinket available unless he popped a human racial before with a Blaze Storm to follow. No stuns available. Keith actually taking a lot of damage as he gets a Vendetta. Decapitator just isn't concerned about it at all. Just looked at Keith's body. It's like, okay, there it is. With Nuts up next. Oh shit, I fucked it up. Hold on, let me do a slash reload. So my mouse disappears. Otherwise, this is gonna be kind of funky to look at. Hopefully, it doesn't fuck everything up. Oh, there we go. Kind of. We're okay. We're actually okay. It did kind of fuck up UI a little bit, but Shift Z does enough, or Alt Z. And it looks like Nuts is playing the Marksman Hunter. Double tap available. Decapitator might be going for the eye. Nuts got himself quite damage rolling available. Sniper shot to open. And it's going to be a Stormbolt stopping him as he got the rapid fire. Rapid fire already consuming. Double tap. That's very, very unfortunate. Decapitator popping in Reflect in case he needs to. Nuts trying to go for a knockback. Didn't really do anything. And the Freezing Trap comes in a little bit later as Decapitator is ready to go, dude. He's fired up and ready. Gonna be survival the fittest for Nuts. He's trying to get some damage back into Decapitator. Trying to see if he can get rapid fires. Then it's going to be Turtle Shelter Fall. As Decapitator just healing, man. He's just healing the whole time. What do you say? It looked like he asked Nuts a question like, what? Why are you turtling? Get out of the turtle. Don't sit in that turtle. Reflect available for Decapitator in case there's going to be a trap available. Nuts trying to see if he can survive until the Freezing Trap can be thrown down. He did get a scatter shot onto Decapitator, so it's going to be DR. Not super low in health. Does he just die? Is there a bleed from the Fury Warrior? It looked like there might have been a bleed, man. It looked like there might have been a bleed. No heals is going to be up nice as a Shadow Priest at the 8-minute mark, 22% dampening. Maybe this Shadow Priest will actually be able to get some glory. Last Shadow Priest had himself a really, really nice setup. No heals does have life swaps. You are allowed to life swap with Peachy in case you drop low. You are allowed to. You're not going last, so you might as well use it. You better use it early, you know what I mean? Because dampening is quite... I think dampening, does it actually affect the life swap? I think it might. I think the higher dampening, the less effective it is. But it looks like No Heals is backing up to the Warrior if needed. Maledict is rolling, is going to swap health with Peachy. Looks like he actually got a full swap, so that might ignore dampening completely. I think it just swaps health percentages, so it's not going to actually heal. But I could be wrong. Maybe it does actually get consumed by Maledict at least. Like Necrotics. That's going to be Blade Storm 4, Decapitator trying to avoid any CC from No Heals as they barely have any more dots. Trying to go for Shadow Ments. Could be interrupted on. Are going to get interrupted on Mind Control. Is going to get a Rupee Flame on Decapitator. But he just hasn't finished already. He just had a bleed rot him down. It's very unfortunate. And Peachy is the last one left. I think Peachy's AFK though, because Peachy, you can heal up. Decapitator is letting you heal. And you should let him heal. Like he can't really control that No Heals has to swap health with him, right? You should heal. You should let him. Is it targets for Fury? Yeah, it is a little bit. It is a little bit easy. Looks like Peachy is here. Peachy, you are allowed to get full health, my guy. Actually gonna go for a big Incarnation in the open with Renewal. He doesn't even care about the fact that he didn't have enough health. It's gonna pop in Thorns. Decapitator popped in, Reflect for a second, but looks like he's gonna be the one running. Peachy needs to go for big Incarnation damage right now while he's got a Decapitator actually taking quite a bit of damage. Peachy still has massive burst if he needs to. Should be going in and trying to min max it while he's got the big Incarn, dude. Entangle Roots on Decapitator might be able to get some big damage. Solar Wrath tried to make it happen. Didn't work though. Decapitator just ballerinaing his way out of there. Might be able to maybe root him. Incarn down for the count. Gonna be a Barkston available for Peachy. Is trying to get some Lunar Strikes. Is gonna get locked down on Lunar. So free Solar Cyclone. But Cyclone getting a Reflected Trick inside of the bash onto Decapitator. And trying to make the biggest play here ever. Decapitator does have Enrage Regeneration. Got himself a bit of a commanding shout. That is going to be a Thorns for Peachy. The Decapitator doesn't even want to touch it. Wants to save Enrage Regen for a little bit later. Looking to maybe poke around the corner. And get himself a big setup. Still not willing to use Enrage Regen. Now he goes for it. Now he can get a lot of healing. 39% dampening going to be tough. Cyclone not going to be able to make it happen. Peachy having to pop in a bear for him with Frenzy Regen. Trying to regen his own health as best as he can. And unless he has any more CC for Decapitator, he might be out of options here. He does have the mobility, if anything. The Decapitator is feeling very, very cocky at this way, dude. As they say, don't get cocky, kid. Entangled Roots on Decapitator, he actually can't do anything about it. It can Blaze Storm out of it, so never mind, he can do something about it. Peachy is going to send at least one solo Wrath out, and Big Leap, Stormbolt onto Peachy. Does have a pre-Thorns for it. Reflect available for Decapitator with a Rampage, which is perfect for him. Bash out for Peachy. Decapitator is still hitting into Thorns while he got it. Actually, wait, maybe Peachy cancel those? Maybe cancel them. Bash into Decapitator. Does get a Twisted Appendage. That's going to be a Root on Decapitator. Did not quite finish that Root, but that's going to be Safeguard Trinket onto the Warrior. Does get a Fear onto Peachy. Peachy popping back into Bear form. Incarnation coming in for a second. Might be able to get some damage on this Incarnation. Needs to pop into Bear or Boomy form right now to make it happen, actually. Not going to be able to do it. Just running away from Decapitator. Trying to see if he might be able to get one kill as a balanced Druid. Regrowth to follow. Oh, this is going to be really close, dude. 46% dampening. Peachy can at least regrowth, but Decapitator is trying to stay mounted, not letting Peachy cast an easy regrowth. That is going to be... What? Root didn't happen? It looked like that Entangled Root should have worked, but I guess maybe he stopped it early? I feel like that should have worked, but that's going to be 5-0 for Decapitator. Big 5-0 decap, dude. Let's go, boys. This should bring Devour and Plague back for a Shadow Priest. The gap between damage when you can cast and when you can't is so much that it makes the class useless in PvP. Maybe. I would ask one of the high-end, high-rated Shadow Priests. See how they would feel about it. I'm pretty sure a lot of priests like the playstyle before. There's priests that are still getting Gladiator or Shadow, so I don't know. It probably would make things easier. It's an insta-cast. And then go back to, instead of Insanity, like, Bar, you go to, like, let's say, Orbs, maybe? Shadow Orbs? How'd you earn Orbs back in the day? Mind Blasting, right? I think it's just Mind Blasted. So you got it 5 Mind Blasts off, and then you could go for a big burst? I mean, that would do it, right? Dinner time? I think it is dinner time. That word just slice through them like a hot dab sized butter, like 1,000-degree knife versus frozen butter, dude, or versus melted butter. Although I feel like that root at the end should have worked in his favor. I felt like root should have worked for him, but rest in peace. Let's go, more friend. Nah, I'm good, man. I'm chilling. We don't really have that much variety of different teams, so I think we're gonna call it here, man. It is getting that time where it's gonna be like May. And then it's going to be June. But I think all the regular dudes, you know, actually, I was going to say, I wonder, because we usually have body count on all of them. And I was going to say, but I guess they're at school maybe getting ready for finals. But then again, are there finals? Isn't everything closed? Or is everything reopening back up? Hard to tell. Can't really tell, dude. Anyway, but yeah, that was pretty easy. I don't know. They definitely got to do something for Priests and Shadowlands. I think they're gonna do a rework on them. It's gonna come in at a later time, but I feel like right now they're just trying to test content, right? Trying to test things, and then I think they'll need to give a Priest a rework. Mindfly, hey PvP loving guy here, came back to BFA. I wonder if Frostzeek is any good for 2v2 and lower ratings. I feel kind of useless compared to Warriors, Mages, Demon Hunters. I feel like a gear Frostzeek is good, but without any gear, it is a little tough. You are expected, it's all about debuffing the enemy and trying to cleave as many enemies together as possible. So you can do quite a bit of damage. Yeah, you can do quite a bit of damage. Love the mountain, brother. Appreciate it, Jewel. Use Mind Flay into 3 orbs and Mind Blast and use Mind Flay into 3 orbs? Wait, you Mind Flay... Wait, Mind Flay can generate orbs too? Wait. I guess which expansion we're talking. Because I don't remember... Because I remember picking up Priests back in WoD and I think you could only Mind Blast for orbs. Could you Mind Flay for orbs? Was it like a prog that you could get when you Mind Flay to get randomly an orb? Or maybe in other expansions. Honor Finance being taken online right now? I have no idea. But it is about that time. Because normally we'd have body count and all of them in here, dude. You know what I mean? Make Mongoose Bite basic for 1200 grade again. I think the Mongoose Bite is... Maybe they might need to make it basic, but I kind of like it where it's at. I like I've been using Raptor Strike. With Kill Command that makes Raptor Strike do more damage. Since they buffed that talent a hell of a lot more. But you was okay, please make a video, lol. Yeah, you good, man. You good. I'll look through all the footages and I'll see which ones I make this video. I'll probably take the best ones, man. Because today I posted the Athman with 40 Versa. Oh, that shit was good. I cut out the part where him and the Pharaoh just had a back and forth chase, and put out the part where him and the Rogue had an extended run, but I left the good parts in. Good shit, by the way. Keep up the man loving videos. You guys are dueling so good. Dude, I love doing the 5v5 1v1 duels. It's my favorite part of the week. Honestly, my favorite part of the week. But thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably for more Shadowland stuff. There's a lot more stuff we can hang out and do over there. Or else we can start going back to our alts and trying to see if we can get some 14s, 15s keys done, man. I want to start trying to gear up my alts here on BFA while I can. Maybe they'll announce like a cloak vendor or a cloak catch-up soon, or a corruption vendor. So I want to have my alts prepared for that stuff, man. You know what I mean? I want to get some currencies and all that shit. But thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you boys next stream. Alrighty, boys. Alright, peace.
Slave for you. Ripping harder, more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a goddamn mess. Hopeless, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down, trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Calm down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Hope I never let it do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yours. Steadily killing me right.